That is crisp.
It's showtime!
Take your best shot.
Whoa. What is this piece of what the? Oh, nope. Oh. Here we go. What is going on, guys and gals? And welcome. We're not doing Alien. What is this? What is going on, guys and gals? Welcome to Goodwill Hunting. It's your boy, Brad. I'm here tonight. I don't know what's going on anymore. Here we go. Now we got the right shit. Brett's not here, as you guys can tell. He does all this stuff. We go through this every time I'm solo dolo. I'm figuring it out one day at a time. Chris is going to be joining me here in a minute for our live Q&A show, call-in show. Any of our Patreons can jump in, levels 1 through 3. We've sent the link out on StreamYard. If you want to jump into the show tonight, ask a couple questions, hang out for a little bit, feel free. Again, that's Patreons 1 through 3. You should have the link. If not, let me know. I'll find a way to get it to you. I don't know how up to date all those groups are and everything. But either way, we're here tonight. If you guys have cues in the chat, ask them. Chris will be here in a minute. We're going to have a good time, just chilling, just relaxing, just kicking back out by the pool. I know that we're in the middle of our Nightmare on Elm Street watch party series tonight because Brett's out of town. We're not doing that tonight. We're taking a little bit of a break, a little bit of a siesta, and we'll be jumping back on that next week with Wes Craven's new Nightmare, which I'm really excited about. I love the hell out of that movie. It's scary, it's dark, it's twisted. But this week we're kicking back, having a good time. We were due for a Patreon call-in show, so we figured we'd have one here tonight, a little Q&A action. We got a lot of people in the chat. Let's see who is here. Antonis was first in the house. What's up, my man? Good to see you. Lamontre, how are you, man? Good to see you as well. Chester, always good to see you. Chad's here. He's asking, we got this fantasy football draft coming up a week from today, actually. He says, who y'all taking in the first round of the draft? You'd like to know, wouldn't you? Not going to give that up. That's very secret. Not that it matters because I'm in 10th place, but actually it matters a lot because you could steal my person. So hell no. Get the fuck out of here. Brother Fluff, always good to see you. Always good to see you. Raymond, it's good to see you too. Rosie, there's a rose for you. I'm sure Brett's left one around here. I don't know. It's usually one floating around. Yeah, there you go. Look at that. All kinds of roses coming your way. 3D, 3 dimensions. That's crazy. Everybody likes 3D roses. Zodiac Z, what's up, dude? Blu-ray Addict. It is very cool to see you. I saw we had a second ago. Gene, what's up? Always good to see you as well. I think I got Chester already. Brooke, what is up? Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. That's all I got to say. Let's Davey Deathray. What's up, dude? It's good to see you here as well, as always. And let's see. Good real hunting. He's a bald-headed motherfucker is what I saw here. I don't know. That's all I read of that. Jamie, what's up? Ryan, cool people in here, man, all around. Cool people all around. Brooke, Rosie, yeah, all the cool people. Fauci, dude. Hey, Matt Fauci. He's got that Broncos channel now. Go check it out. We just started our first episode. Quick plug, real quick, for Beers with the Bros, our new podcast with Chris, Brett, and myself. It's going to be dropping tomorrow, first episode. So if you haven't subscribed to that new channel, Beers with the Bros, hop on over there. It's in our description. Check that out. Subscribe. Be there tomorrow for our first episode of the podcast. It's a little bit different than what we usually do. So I think you people will like it. I think everybody will have a good time with it. We had a lot of fun recording it for the first episode. It's a get to know you kind of thing, really laid back. We had some nice, there's a couple of, you remember the fire rounds from the Real Talk? We got a couple of those in there, but it's for ourselves. Really cool. Really cool. Let's see who else we have in the house. That was I also meant to say Fauci. He's a sexy son of a bitch too. He's a sexy son of a bitch, and I like him a lot. Let's see, Chad. Oh, look. I'm joined here by the legend. He's goddamn. You goddamn John Goodman back there, man. I love it.
Hey, baby, Walter Sobchak or whatever the hell his last name is. Yeah,
that's
Walter.
Cool. That's your character.
God damn,
I will
Walter.
Say, nobody got done more dirty than you did on the logo for Beers with the Bros, man. You're over there about 300 pounds, smoking a cigarette. It's like, it's cool, man.
Hey, I'll take it, man. Whatever.
Yeah, we're taking that John Goodman character, though. That's all it's all about. I think I got everybody in the chat. If I missed you, just say something again, and I'm sure I'll pop back up.
Bonjour.
Yeah, dude. I'll pop back in there, man. Chris, how you doing tonight, man? We got some people hanging out.
I feel good, man. Feel great. Got a beer in me. Work was exhausting, so good to kick my feet up and enjoy some time with you fuckers.
Drink a beer, maybe? You got a beer there? What is that? There's really no rules tonight.
Oh, it's hard to be. Oh yeah, what do you got over there?
I got it's a Scofflaw double IPA. It's a double basement IPA.
That's what I've got over here, friend. It's a double IPA, Heifer, local brewery here, Zool, one of the best in the biz.
Love some Zool, dude. Smash burgers, man. It's sexy as hell.
Who's that in the chat there?
Who you got?
You see him right there?
Oh, Birdie Boy here? You talking about Birdie Boy from Bald Head Island or whatever his name is? Bald bitches, beagles.
Bald bitches, beagles. Somebody write that down, man. That's got to be
the triple B's.
That's a fucking t-shirt right there, dude.
Birdie's Bald Bitch Beagles. That's 4 B's. Can we get a fifth one in there? Birdies.
Burglars?
Birdie's
Bald bitch beagle burglars.
Bitch Beagles. Yeah. Okay. That went. Okay. There's 5 B's of Brett's vacation. We got that. Let's see. Hey, speaking of Brett, he wants to know why you waste smash burgers.
Oh my God. Don't even. Listen, I'd eaten right before I got there. You're the one that taught me, man. You got to get a carb whilst en route to the dinner, right? Whilst en route to sushi. So I had eaten right before we had gotten there. So I couldn't finish it, man. We should have just taken it to go. The real crime is that we didn't get a fucking to go box. Otherwise, that whole point would be non-existent.
I was pretty happy with it because you paid for it and I got your fries. I didn't need the burger. That was a little bit too much, but at least I got some extra fries with my burger because I crushed yours. So
how were those fries?
Oh, they're fantastic. You know they're fantastic. There's no there's fantastic. It's the best fries, the best burger. I love it.
Oh yeah.
Let's see what else we got. I don't know. I was kind of skimming through the chat. I don't know if there's any questions in here or not. I know Raymond said he subscribed as soon as Beers with the Bros became available. So we appreciate that. Hopefully you enjoyed the episode tomorrow. Like I said, let's see what we got here. And like I said at the beginning of the show, if you're a Patreon or YouTube member, you tiers 1 through 3, you can hop on in. The link was sent in the Facebook groups. Let's see.
What the fuck? Oh.
I don't think I have any cues in here yet, but here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to ask the people. Actually, what is there anything new to really talk about from a movie standpoint, Chris? Was there anything that came out? Alien came out. We talked about. We did the review, the spoiler-free review.
Don't spoil it yet because I have not seen it yet. There's a lot of shit floating around on TikTok right now that I'm trying to steer clear of. So please,
what do you think is the time frame for you to see this movie?
This weekend.
Hell yeah, dude.
Sunday, probably.
I love it, man. It's scary. You know,
I'll ask this question: Is anyone looking forward to The Crow? I feel like I forget that this thing is even coming out, and then I saw a couple guys that I followed did reviews on it today. But I just don't have any real excitement for this at all. Like it doesn't. I had no intention of seeing it in the theater. I was just going to catch it later. So, is anybody excited for The Crow?
I don't think I'm going to see it in theaters. I'm just ready for a break tomorrow from the theater. I've gone the last few weeks, at least the last few weeks that I was free to go. And tomorrow I'm just going to go to the pool. I'm going to have a good time. I'm not going to fuck around with The Crow.
Yes.
I'm going to be out in fun. I'm going to bring some. What do you call them? The damn
more specific.
Oh, fuck, man. I don't know. Topo Chicos. I'm going to bring a few of those.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to bring some Stephen King.
Couple of margaritas.
I'm going to have a good time, man. Yeah, a couple of margaritas. Yeah. I love it. Love it.
I will say this, man. I spent this last weekend in Brooklyn, and I've never gotten so many free shots in all my life. Every bar that I went into, I don't know. It's every bar you walk into, they're like, this one guy was like, "Hey, I got this new bottle of mezcal in the back. You want to try it?" I was like, "Yeah, man, of course I want to try it. Yeah." So he brings it back out, man. That's it. Free shot. Next place. Hey, how about a round on me? Fucking free shot.
Did that creepy guy at the first bar, did he get you a free hot dog too? Or was that just part of his deal?
No, I mean, it was just that ordeal where he just kind of asked me if I could eat it in one bite and then paid for my whole meal when I came through.
Yeah.
That is a joke.
True. That actually happened though. But anyway, good trip though. Overall, solid, decent.
Oh yeah, it was great, man. Some of the best breweries I've ever been to in Brooklyn, man. Fantastic.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. I love it. Oh, here we go. That's something we actually talked about the other day. Okay, here's the first thing. Davey Defter asked a question, or actually he mentioned a good point. It's a good point. You guys talk about how we're still being jerked around with this Crystal Lake series. Everyone is sick of me talking about it. I know. What do you think? First off, what do you even know about this series so far, Chris? Are you in the loop at all about what's going on with the
somewhat?
Production?
I mean, I know that was Fuller was on board to be the showrunner of this at some point, or was it Brad Falchuk?
He used to be, but Fuller was taken out.
Okay, so that was kind of the last thing that I had heard was kind of like it was on, or I'd heard that there were two different shows that were kind of in. It's like one was just going to be around like Crystal Lake, and the other one was actually going to be more Jason centric or something along those lines.
It was all the same.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I knew that he had got taken out, but I wasn't sure what happened past after that.
So yeah, it was the same thing. They were talking about doing that that prequel series to Friday the 13th, Pamela Voorhees story, but Jason would come into it as well. It would be multiple seasons, and Brian Fuller was there as the showrunner, who was the guy who did Hannibal. Good show, great show.
Better than expected. I didn't finish this. Sorry, I didn't interrupt. I was just going to throw that out there. That was much better show than anticipated.
Because we thought it was going to suck, and it was actually it was pretty serviceable. Anyway, he left the project after some disagreements, and there was a little bit of controversy with him and stuff like that as well. And then Brad Kane comes in, who, what was it he did? Tokyo Vice. He was a part of Tokyo Vice. He's also doing the new Welcome to Derry It prequel. He's working on that as well as the showrunner. Pennywise.
I'm stoked for that. We still got to get to it. We still got to get in here.
So I'm excited for the series. They announced that, again, I don't know when it's going to come, but at least they hired somebody pretty quickly. They're still serious about it. A24. I'm really excited. I really still do kind of hope they go with that original idea and give us a good origin, like prequel that we never really had in the movies. We had, we did have the origin, but it was shit. It was really choppy. It didn't make a lot of sense. Pamela was there. Next thing you know, Jason's grown up and he's out of the water and he's back. We just need something that, that's cohesive and makes a little bit more sense, I think. And you could retell that story and do it better. I think now that Jason's going to be involved than they knew before, because that was never obviously the intent. It was just to be that one-off. But yeah, I don't know. I hope it works out. I hope they do that. And I hope they kind of spend some time with her character. And hopefully we'll get some more news later, Davey. I really hope so.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to it, though. I think that's man, if they get it right, that could be fucking epic.
Yeah, we needed it. We needed it. It's been 15 years since we've seen Jason on the big screen, or any new Jason, I should say. This wouldn't even be on the big screen. So we need it, man. We need Jason and Camp Blood, the Camp Blood.
Exactly.
Camp Blood. Big Rod. What's up, dude? All right, Chris, why don't you take this right here, because we're talking about this. This is actually something we cover in the first episode of Beers with the Bros tomorrow. We're talking about this Aaron Rodgers Jet situation. Zodiac's taking the Jets.
Taking them all the way, or to make the playoffs? What are we talking about here?
They could just be taking them to the candy store, but I don't know.
Oh, yeah. I mean, of course.
I know we kind of talked about this, and the people are going to know tomorrow. But what do you think about the Jets?
I actually like Aaron Rodgers as a player, I should say. But yeah, I think if he stays healthy throughout the season, they will definitely be a playoff team. That's my opinion. I think they'll make the playoffs if Rodgers stays healthy.
I think so. Defense is stout, man.
Oh yeah, they've got the pieces there, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I mean, the guy's like coming off an ACL tear, which is
Achilles.
What did I say? ACL. Yeah, that's what I meant. Achilles. Yeah. And I mean, he's what is he, 40 coming into the season now? I think he's 40 and this is like the most significant injury that he suffered thus far in his career. So I mean, coming back is not really that easy, and they're going to start him on Monday night against my 49ers. That's a tough hill to climb right out of the gate, but yeah, I mean, I think that they make the playoffs if he stays healthy for sure. Who's even the backup there now?
Well, they got rid of Zach Wilson. It's got to be Geno Smith, right?
No,
or Tyrod Taylor.
I'm
sorry. Tyrod Taylor is what I meant. Tyrod Taylor. I think.
Where's Jacoby Brissett at? Fuck, man, I have to draft in like a week, and I have absolutely no idea where anybody's even playing at this season.
Good. Don't even look. Don't bother, man. What draft pick do you have?
And what? You know what? I haven't even looked. That's a great fucking question. I want to say I have 4. You're talking about the YouTube
10.
league?
Yeah, I got 10. Chad's got something. He's talking shit.
Oh,
it doesn't matter what Chad has. Okay, there's no defense or kickers in this league, but I already know Chad's going to pick 2 of each.
I would rather take fuck, where does it say it? Do you know where it says it at?
Oh, the draft order. You go to. I don't know. I have to look here in a minute. I'll take a gander here in a second. In the meantime,
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm number 4.
Number 4. That's a good spot, man. You can get somebody really solid at 4, and you don't have to wait too long for your second turn.
Yeah, I would rather have the pick at the turn, man. Like right there at the last pick, and then it's a snake draft, right?
Yeah, it's a back to front.
I would rather have the back to front. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too, man. That's key.
Yeah, that's Coach Man? Remember that in Scary Movie?
Yeah.
Always white front to back.
Let's see. And okay, so here's what Davey said, following back up with that. They have scrapped everything. The new showrunner is listed as the creator and writer, so it's totally back to square one. We have a title, and we know it's a prequel. That's all I need. I don't care. As long as it gets done, and like I said, I do want it to be a prequel.
Yeah, and A24, I mean, I will pretty much watch any fucking thing that they do at this point, honestly. So if they're producing it, I don't think that they would let him shit the bed.
Yeah.
So I think that, I still have faith
I
in it. Like I said, I do feel that that duality though, where it's like, if they do it right, it could be epic. If they fuck it up, it's gonna be dog shit.
true.
But
Yeah, it could
I mean,
be
I guess
shit.
that's true for anything, but
It seems like we're at a time now though when they tackle something, old. So there was a phase, okay? Everything in the 80s was popular. We're having a good time with it.
uh-oh.
And then they start yeah, I know, I can't wait to everything was popular, they're having a good time. And then in the 2010s, they started remaking things with really shitty movies. Nightmare on Elm Street being the most, the biggest example of that, as we'll see here in a couple weeks.
Oh.
But now it's like when they retackle these things from the 80s to 70s, they're doing it in such a way that they're making it really good. Alien Romulus, for an example, they remade Twister pretty much, and it's a fun time. It's not as good as the original, but it's fun. They're doing things really well right now, so I really have faith in it being good. We got our first call-in motherfucker here tonight to see how everybody's doing. Let's see what this asshole is up to. Who is this? Let's see.
Get
Davey out of the way here. What is up with this?
What's up, motherfucker?
What's up, fuckers? You guys talking shit?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did you hear
buddy.
that?
I think I have the 6th pick, but who you guys taking?
I'm not going to tell you who I'm taking, mother. Chris can tell you because he's.
Oh yeah, it's the right 4th pick. I'm probably Joe Milton. I mean, I'm a lot.
I'm gonna take Archie.
Yeah, you should.
Okay.
You should
Yeah.
just go ahead and trade me all your picks so you can guarantee that you have the first pick when he comes into the NFL.
What? I think my pick's 6, something like that. I'm like right in the middle.
Middle's
the
good,
best.
man.
I don't even know how many people are even in it or came
There's
back
10.
for this. Okay.
10. Yeah.
Diaz.
With
Yeah,
a Z.
it's Diaz, is it? What you up to, Chad, man?
Yeah, you are, Brad. You're the last fucking pick. You got the best
Hey.
spot, dude.
The mocks have been going well.
Oh,
The
the
mocks have
turn
been
is the-
going well.
God, yeah, is the best fucking one.
So that means
I'll
you got
bet-
what? Back-to-back picks or no?
Back
Is
to
that what we're
front.
doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
snake-
okay. That's what we're
snake
doing.
draft.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. Hey, so what defense you taking round 1?
I don't know. I figured you'd probably take them all. I didn't think there'd be any left by the time my pick came around.
Fuck off.
Hey, my first pick's J.J. Watt, dude. And I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be
I got-
fun, man.
I could tell a funny story about fantasy football about one of my good friends, Michelle. The very first year that we ever did fantasy football was like 2010 or 11, and we had no fucking idea what we were doing. We're just like, hey, we're just gonna start up a league. Let's do it. We had like I think 6 teams the first year that we did it. No one knew how to draft. Didn't know how to do fucking anything. We go in there. My friend Michelle gets the first pick of the first round. We go in there and first round, first pick. Who you going with? And we did it offline. Like we were just looking at a board, getting drunk, writing it down.
Right.
Mason Crosby. The first pick of the first draft we ever did was fucking Mason Crosby, the kicker at the time
Wow.
for the
Mason-
Packers.
Yeah, Mason.
Michelle, for
great.
context, Michelle happens to be my wife.
I was just about to ask, is that your wife?
This was before I knew her. Otherwise, she probably would have known. But whatever.
That first year, she did not. The funny thing is that I'll give her some redemption. So the next year, well, I get all the way to I made it to the finals that year and I lost. And then the next year, I made it all the way to the finals again, and somehow, fucking Michelle makes it to the finals. It's me and her in the finals, and I'm
Mason
at
Crosby,
work,
dude.
like I'm sweating bullets all day long trying to set my lineup right. I go back 5 minutes later, reset my lineup. Oh, it's not right. I got to go back and reset the lineup a third time.
Right.
15 minutes later, fuck it. I got to do it again. Adrian Peterson. Is he going to play this week or is he not? I don't know. I set everything up. The games start at the end of the night. I swear to God, Michelle beat me. Okay, she wins the entire league. And so she doesn't say anything, right? And I'm like, yeah, she's just waiting for me to come, crawling over and being like, congratulations or whatever. So I caved and I was like, whatever, you beat me fair and square. Congratulations. And she goes, on what? She didn't even set her fucking lineup, dude. She still beat me.
Oh man, that's the beginner's luck right there, man.
Was it just by a couple points?
Honestly, I think she blew me out of the fucking water.
Oh shit! I was gonna say if it was just a couple points, it was that Mason Crosby pickup.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got 11 points to your kicker's 3. Really made the difference.
I think we figured it out by the second year, but had a draft at least. But yeah, I think she beat the shit out of me that year.
She won the championship, and then the next year, fall from grace, she got the loser trophy. Didn't she?
The loser trophy. Yeah, I think that was the very next year. Yeah, because we gave her so much shit about winning, and then I think she drafted Mark Sanchez the year that he did the butt fumble. You guys remember that?
She has a Mark Sanchez jersey floating around here somewhere.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
dude.
That's great.
Absolutely, man. Ran right into that bussy.
Well,
yeah.
He should have been a cowboy. Well, he was a cowboy actually. So that
was he?
Yeah, he was a cowboy for like a year, I think, as a backup.
I remember he went to the Broncos. The last time that I even heard. Remember that?
Yeah.
Whenever DT was still there, I think was it the year Peyton retired or something. They brought him in and he like lit preseason on fire, and even then Kubiak was like, "Fuck you, you're out." That was the best preseason the guy could have had, and he's like, "Nah, man, you still suck."
Mark Sanchez, man.
Pretty much what happened to Zach Wilson. He's been doing pretty well in the preseason, and they named fucking Bo Nix the starter.
Hey, Bo Nix has been looking good though.
Yeah.
I think he might be decent.
We'll see, you can't tell anything in preseason, man. I always hated that.
Very true.
I used to buy into that, like, 6, 7, 8 years ago. I'd be like, oh man, the preseason. I would even draft based off of what people were doing in the preseason, and then you get game one, and it's a completely different vibe for every team.
Right?
Yeah, you're not playing like you don't know who's going to play on defense. Your whole team's like it's a literal crapshoot. Chad? Didn't you get the losers trophy last year in the other fantasy league?
I didn't get no trophy.
The toilet bowl? You didn't get the toilet bowl though?
I think I did, but that was like you were saying. That was from me winning the earlier. I had to go easy on you guys, so I drafted 3 kickers and 2 defenses.
That's true. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you got to, man.
Look, handicap for the rest of us. You will. That's true.
So now this year it's all on.
You think so? Chad popped in here. He said the Chiefs are going to three-peat, which is you. You think? Are you still thinking that?
I have to. My team. I have to until they're eliminated. We're still champions, baby. Last 2 years. Hey, I'm sorry. The Falcons haven't even sniffed the playoffs since.
Oh God Almighty!
Hey, we went through a stage, man. We went through a stage. Okay, that's all it is. We went through a stage.
Okay, I did too. I saw plenty of. I think 2 and 14 seasons in my time. I've seen some bottom of the barrel shit like Tyler Palco. You guys remember him? Brody Croyle.
Tyler Palco.
Damon fucking Heward. Do you remember him? I went through some shit as a Chiefs fan. Exactly. No one remembers them.
Wait, are these quarterbacks?
Yeah, those are all of our.
No, dude. I've never heard these names.
Yeah, because they're fucking awful.
Did they start?
Oh yeah. Some of them full seasons, and they were bad.
Yeah, that's bad. How old are you? I feel like this is.
You never asked a lady how old she is. Come on.
Fuck off. I just turned 35.
I was like, man, was this back in the 70s or something? Like, I don't know.
No, fucking 2000s, dick. Fuck.
Yeah, that's all good. It's all good. Brooke hey, here we go. Brooke wants to know if there's any Titans love in here, Chris.
Yeah. I follow the Titans. I enjoy the Titans, hometown team. I mean, I love my Niners. Don't get me wrong. If they go against each other, it's Niners all day. But I enjoy the Titans. I had Me and a buddy of mine used to get a couple, like a 5-pack of Titans tickets every year and go a couple games a year. They're fun. I mean, I like the Titans, but they have just been stagnant for a couple years now. What do you think, Brooke? You think it was time for Vrabel to go, or you think he should have stuck around?
I really wanted the Falcons to get Vrabel for a minute. I was really excited. I even got my haircut.
I liked him as a coach, but I think that we did get a little stagnant, especially on offense. He would never, after Arthur Smith left, for fuck's sake, Arthur Sith left to take your team to the dark side. You see what I did there?
I did, yeah. I was like, what? Why did he say Arthur Sith like that? But then you went there, so I got it.
Yeah. So after he left, our offense was dog shit, and he would never hire anyone. He was just like, I think I'm going to promote one of my buddies, and it's like, that's not the way, dude. Go get someone that can handle this.
Yeah, that's
so we got stagnant. They've been boring. Yeah, exactly. I mean, the defense was always reasonable, but after that year that we went to the AFC Championship game, it was very stagnant.
Yeah, just leaning on Derrick Henry. Now I was excited. Will Levis, I made fun of the pick. I still hate the guy. I don't like the guy, but I do think that.
I mean, not many quarterbacks can throw a pick, chase the guy down, rip it out of his hands, and recover the ball. So
exactly.
I mean, I will give him that.
He's created some excitement. Tannehill was a safe, guy that was, he was a manager, but Will Levis, you never know, man. He could take the things to the next level. We'll see. He looked better than I thought he would look, and I think they got a steal getting him in the second round if he turns out being good. I saw. Destiny's here. What is going on? Welcome to the party. We're having fun tonight. A little Q&A hangout session here. Good to see you. I wanted to see. Let's see. What do we think about them? What was I going to say?
Well, did anyone see Will Levis's the mayonnaise fragrance commercial that he did?
No,
he's got a fragrance commercial now?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like it's a parody, because he got so much shit about putting the mayonnaise in his coffee and all that, which is still fucking absurd.
I'm sorry, what? I didn't hear that.
Yeah, so in the draft last year, it was like one of the things that kept popping up in the pre-draft bullshit was that he puts mayonnaise in his coffee.
Yeah, and stirs it.
And stirs it up and then drinks it that way, which, I mean, might as well just fucking walk around the locker room and get load thrown in there, So I digress. I'm sorry.
That's a stretch.
Whoa. It just took a turn.
But so I'm saying they give him a lot of shit for that, and this year he has like a parody video that's really well done of him, and it's done like a fragrance commercial, and it's just him and mayonnaise. It's pretty funny, actually. So, I respect that the guy can at least poke a little fun at himself. He's not taking himself too seriously.
No, anybody who can do that and not get all fucking fucked up in the head, I think is a good find. It looks like Rosie started the Queef game again. So we're gonna get some the Dallas Cowboy Queef leaders, and
Texas deserves better than fucking Cowboys.
You think? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If Jerry was fucking done already, they would get somebody in there that could actually get something done.
Wasn't just gonna go to his fucking son? He's no better.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah, it's probably going to be in that family for like the next 50 years.
Oh yeah, it's over. Fuck that team.
I still can't believe. Oh, actually, as a matter of fact, we're in the business of storytelling. I'll tell you guys another funny one. I have this Cowboys. He's a good buddy of mine, and I work with him, but he's a big Cowboys fan. And
don't trust him.
Last year he was at. Yeah, I know. It's like. But I was like, Nazi and then Cowboys fan is like right under that,
Raiders have actually moved up a little bit.
And so last year he makes it to the playoffs, and they're going to play the wild card round. They were playing the Packers, right? It was a wild card.
Yep. Yep. Because
This guy's
the
pumped
youngest
up.
wild card team.
Yeah, and he's pumped up all day. We go in and we're clocking out, and he's like, "Let's go watch America's team, baby. There's fucking smoking them tonight." And I was like, "Okay." Well, I asked him if he wanted to come to the bar, to watch the game. He's like, "No, man, I'm gonna be sitting at home. I'm gonna be fucking shit faced watching America's team beat down the Packers." He leaves like 15, 20 minutes before I do. And I leave. I get to the bar and I look up, and if anyone remembers the game, I mean, it got out of hand fast. It escalated quickly.
28-0 at halftime.
It was 28-0 at halftime. I got there, it was 21-0, like in the middle of the second quarter. And he texts me. He's like, "Hey, man, are you still at the bar?" I said, "Yeah, I'm down here. Come on down. I'll buy you a beer." And he gets there, and he's like, "I'm so fucking." But he was so pumped up all day. He's like, "America's team, baby," getting high fives around the office, and then midway through the second quarter, he's like, "I'll just meet you at the bar."
I'll meet you at the bar, bitch. That's
Mine
awesome.
wasn't as bad as that, but I was pretty excited back when we had Alex Smith a couple years ago.
Oh yeah.
It's when we played the Colts. If you remember that game. Fuck.
Was it the year that the Colts went on to play the Patriots in the championship and they got dominated?
No, that was that the snow game with Manning? This is, I think, with Luck. Luck was still the quarterback.
Yeah, there was a year whenever Luck beat someone in the either wild card or divisional round. They went to play the Patriots, and all the hype was around the Colts, and the fucking Patriots beat them like 45-7.
That's happened a couple times, I think.
I think you're right.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I was just trying to figure out which year it was.
No, yeah, it was like 2013, 14, something like that. Maybe 15. It was the year that none of our wide receivers had touchdowns or something.
Oh, yes, I remember that.
They made a big fucking thing about that. So, but we actually got off to a pretty good start. We were playing the Colts, and it's, 30-something to maybe 14. They came back and beat us fucking 48-45 or some shit like that. But I was so
in the
pumped.
playoffs?
Yeah, in the playoffs. Alex Smith is our quarterback. I think it was Reed's. It might have been Reed's first playoff game as a Chief, as the Chiefs head coach. I can't remember though. And he was hired the year I got married, which was 13. So that's how I remember that. That's how I remember my anniversary.
Nice.
Oh yeah, that's the year that Andy Reid got hired by the Chiefs.
Who ended up going to the Super Bowl that year?
2013? Probably the fucking Patriots, maybe.
That's a good guess.
2013, I can tell you every year all the way back to like 2009. That's why I was asking. 2013 was the 49ers and the Ravens. But I'm saying that was the Super Bowl that was played in 2013 following the 2012 season.
Oh.
The year after that was the Seahawks and the Broncos.
I remember that. That's the one the power went out there.
49ers. The 49ers, they were playing in New Orleans.
49ers, the Ravens, yeah.
Yeah, and it was the year after Dark Knight Rises had come out because they were like, "Oh, Bane's going to walk in any minute now."
Oh yeah,
and then the stadium's going to fall out from underneath you, and it's going to get crazy. It's going to be a sexy good time.
How satisfying was that, knowing that was actually Pittsburgh?
I really hope that happens. Clemson and Georgia are playing here in a couple of weeks, and I'm really kind of just.
Brad said, "Hopefully it happens in real life." Fuck,
suck them down there. So here we go. I wanted to bring this back. There's a movie question that popped up a second ago. So I think it was Destiny. She asked this question. No, not the cheerleader question. What's your favorite Tim Burton film, boys?
Ooh,
favorite Tim Burton.
That's tough. That's a good question, though. Is that because you watched Mars Attacks today or recently? That's a great one too.
I actually have not seen Mars Attacks in probably 20 years. I should go back and revisit that.
Yeah, revisit.
I definitely haven't. I remember watching it when it came out, but I don't. I definitely have not seen it since.
I mean, the dude's got banger after banger. Maybe some of his recent work hasn't been all that great. But Beetlejuice, Batman Returns,
I mean, I think I'm going to give a two-part answer if I can. I would say my favorite Tim Burton I would always say Big Fish, right? Because I think it's underrated. It kind of goes under the radar. It's maybe not the most Tim Burton-y movie of his discography filmography. Excuse me.
Gotcha.
I was thinking of Danny Elfman there for a second because I just seen a bunch of shit on TikTok about him.
Dude,
But
hell yeah.
So Big Fish, but here recently, probably I would change it to Edward Scissorhands, which is my niece's one of her favorite movies, and the fact that
awesome.
she's like I mean, she's 11, but she's been like a cheerleader and shit. So the fact that I was able to turn her on to some Tim Burton stuff was pretty awesome, and she really liked Edward Scissorhands. So I think I'll go with Edward Scissorhands probably.
What about the Dweeman Bubba from Dweet Street?
There's a lot of Fifi.
That's a good one too. He's got so many.
Edward Scissor, that's a good one because that's the one I grew up watching a lot. Obviously, that was one that I was watching a lot, and that's probably right up there. I think right now I'd probably be inclined to say Batman. Because I love Batman.
Batman or Batman Returns.
I would go Batman 89, the OG with
89?
Jack Nicholson.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I would do. I like it. I thought the sequel was fun, but the 89 is just, Jack Nicholson is the Joker I love.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
It's, it's so cool. And it's a little bit, I don't know. I like his character is like a little darker than, I don't know. Danny DeVito.
Around, right?
Yeah, Danny DeVito. Fun, but it was a little over the top. I thought Jack Nicholson was a little bit more grounded.
Yeah, you got a point. I have a two-part question or answer to this too. I'm going to say animated, Nightmare Before Christmas,
Gotcha.
Live action. As much as I love Batman, I'm right there with you, Brad. I think Beetlejuice just gets a little bit like I just rewatched that like a couple weeks ago. Fuck, that is so fun. And
I'll say this. Technically, he didn't direct Nightmare Before Christmas.
Why? Because it's stop animation?
No, he's not the director of the movie.
What do you mean?
He gets the credit.
Oh, that's right. It just presents, huh?
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay, then I'll take that back. Then it's Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice it is.
That one's
We
so
even
fucking
shop at
fun.
the same stores.
Dude,
Come on up.
what do you think? Are you excited for the new Beetlejuice? Beetlejuice 2? Beetlejuice, whatever it's called? Beetlegeist?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, 30.
Cautiously optimistic.
Yeah, I mean, it came out the year before I was born, so it's 36 years old now, right? Is that how old it is? Something like that. But I think they might have missed the mark slightly. But I mean, we're in the legacy sequel phase anyway, so I mean, I'd rather watch this than some of the others. So hopefully it's good.
I think it looks solid. And I think I just feel like it's been a minute now. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like it's been a minute since we've had like a classic Tim Burton feel of a movie come out. I just feel like, I don't know.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
The last thing that was even like remotely close to it that I can think of was Big Eyes. And that's even the stretch.
Yeah.
You remember that?
nice
with,
fucking fish.
Yeah.
Because big fucking
The
eyes.
big fucking eyes.
Yeah, nice fucking fish.
Fucking eyes. But nice fucking.
But I mean, I love Beetlejuice as well. I'm stoked for the new one. Actually, taking my niece to see that one, so that's going to be interesting. And that's another one that's like, if they do it right, then it's going to be so good. The chances of them getting it right are slim to none.
Now wait a minute. He's got one called Big Eyes and Big Fish.
That is true. Yes.
God, Martin Lawrence, man, he must be a Tim Burton fan here. Hold on.
Uh-huh.
All right, I'm back. Sorry, go ahead. Finish what you were saying.
I was just saying, but Beetlejuice. Yeah, I mean, Michael Keaton's. I mean, I know that he's sort of contractually obligated to say that he likes it, but I think his excitement for it makes me excited for it. The trailer, which I didn't see the most recent one, but just I watched the teaser. looks pretty good. I mean, I think that it could, if they, it could be done. It could be good.
Oh yeah,
And I'm still excited for it. I want it to be, but I'm also like trying to temper my expectations so that I don't go in thinking it's going to be great and then just immediately get disappointed.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I read something recently that he doesn't have a whole lot of screen time, which
Was
just like
perfect.
the
Yeah,
original. Yeah, just like
right.
the original, he didn't have a lot of screen time, and I think that's perfect. You don't want to over, expose him.
Yeah. The only
and
thing,
then it's just gone.
it doesn't look like this in the trailer, but I know a lot of times whenever there's that many years between like playing a character, that the actors have this weird thing where like they either write it wrong or the actor like sort of forgets how to play the part. You know what I mean? And so like
Yeah.
it just feels all wrong. But in the trailer, it seems like he's still there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know if you guys agree with that or not, or if you know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah. I just don't think he will be as energetic, obviously, because he's 36 years older.
Yeah.
But ultimately, I think he's still gonna get it. I mean, he still has that like sense of humor. It just looks like it looks like he's having fun in the newer trailer. So if anything, this one's gonna be fun, hopefully. So I'm actually pretty excited about it now. I wasn't at first. I'm not gonna lie. I really wasn't. Because like I said, I thought they waited way too long. But after seeing the newer trailer and then the newer cast members, Willem Dafoe, Monica Bellucci, is that how you say her name?
Bellucci, yeah.
Okay. And obviously bringing in Jenna Ortega. Jenna's great in everything, and plus she has already been in Wednesday, another
Tim Burton stuff.
Tim Burton thing. So, she's in now. She's in that world. So
what do you think about Jenna Ortega as a whole? I think I know.
Jesus Christ, Brad. Let's.
I mean, I just had to. I was just. We got to know. You mentioned her name. We got it. Now we got to know. I know some people think a little overrated. Some people think the best thing since sliced bread. Where do you find yourself in this Jenna Ortega scale, if you will?
No, she's a nice hole.
You got to pay the toll troll.
You're the one who fucking said it, all right? Not me. I will not be blamed for this. I'm sorry for everything.
What did I say?
You said, what do you think about Jenna Ortega as a whole?
Oh, yeah. I guess I did say that, but I meant that as a whole with the W. With the W,
I know. Yeah, I know. She's a damn HORE whore, buddy. No, I'm kidding. I'm so sorry. That's an inside reference. Birdie said that one time.
Oh, geez.
With the W. Or without the W, I should
Without
say.
the W, yeah. I love her to death, man. I was actually just I was trying to find some dumb shit to watch at my cousin's in Brooklyn over the weekend and just happened to run across something on Netflix. Literally just picked it because Jenna Ortega was on there. Has anyone ever seen Miller's Girl?
Hell no,
Her
never
Martin
heard of it.
Freeman. Yeah, I never even heard of it.
No.
Miller's Girl, yeah. So I mean, it's it was dumb. The movie is dumb, but she's great in it. She's fucking great in everything.
Yeah,
so I like her a lot, man. I think she's the next great actress. I think that she's like the modern Emma Stone. She's a little more gothic than that, and I think her choices will lean like role choices will lean that way throughout her career. But I think that she's sort of in that same vein as Emma Stone. That's kind of how I view it.
That's a good tier comparison, I think. What do you think, Chad?
She's a better Aubrey Plaza.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That's the best comparison I can make. But I like Jenna. I think she's great, and I am a little bummed that she won't be coming back in Scream because I actually liked her character and her sister. And that's a whole nother story for another time. But I like her. I like what she does.
Okay, so now what about Aubrey Plaza? Do you like her or no?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Actually,
I like her too. I like them both. I like them a lot. I like them a lot. I think they're doing really good things. I'm excited for both of them There was something. Freaking. I keep getting these comments, and I'm like, oh, that reminds me of something, and I forget what I was going to say after that.
That's probably me because I won't shut the fuck up.
No. It's no. It's because I got a couple cold ones over here, and my attention span gets really bad at that point. But either way, no, I agree with you guys. I like anytime Jen Ortega's around. I think you know what you're gonna get. It's gonna be good, good solid performance. There was a question I had for Chris here, Chad too, but I feel like Chris is probably the one to answer it most positively. I was scrolling through Hulu the other day. This isn't an exciting question at all. It might be a dumbass question, but I was scrolling through Hulu the other day and I saw this random 2024 movie with Maika Monroe where she's running from some fucking dude or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? Either one of y'all see it? I didn't watch it. I was just curious if
What's it called?
I don't fucking remember, but it was a Hulu original movie with Maika Monroe that came out this year. There's probably only one of them. If not, I don't know if anybody in the chat saw it. If it's good, let us know.
Yeah, anybody in the chat. I haven't heard of that. I only heard about her for Long Legs, to be honest. Though she's new for me.
What do you think about Long Legs, chat?
I haven't seen it yet.
You haven't seen the movie?
I'm behind so much. I barely saw Twisters last week for my birthday. I saw Deadpool and Wolverine, but those are like the only recent movies I've seen.
Tell me about Deadpool Wolverine. No.
Don't spoil too much though, because that's another one I
Chris.
haven't seen.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
I have not, man. I think I'm gonna do double duty at the theater on Sunday because I haven't seen Alien or Deadpool yet, and I got those are two. I'll say so. I'm a huge Mad Max fan. I missed Furiosa in the theater. I just got the Steelbook the other day, watched it. And I'm very upset that I did not see that in the theater because it's fucking epic.
You like the movie? You like the movie? I meant that you did. You never said you liked the movie.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I fucking loved it, dude. It's my favorite, number one of the year.
That Furiosa is?
Yes. Dude,
That's really cool.
Did you get to the bottom of what this is called? Because I can't. Oh,
what,
shit,
Furiosa?
where'd Chad go? Did I piss him off?
No, he's still around. He left. So tell me about Furiosa. Okay, what do you think? Don't spoil it just in case. It's still a new movie. But what do you think?
I liked it. There are a few issues that I had with it. It wasn't perfect, but just going back to that world again because I love Fury Road so much was fucking awesome.
And it felt so consistent with that world too. It did.
Yeah,
it felt
yeah.
very
Visually, I mean, it's a stunner. There's a little bit more CGI in this one than there was. Well, there's a lot more CGI in this one than there was in Fury Road, which kind of, I mean, but it works in this sort of over the top aesthetic that they're going for, like the hyper realistic, if you will. You know what I mean? Like it works with the aesthetic that they're going for, the cinematography and everything. So I had no issues with that. And I love that it was a different. From what I read, I think a lot of people were expecting like Fury Road, the sequel or something like that, like the kind of the same film in the same vein as that, and it's completely different, which I really liked.
Yeah,
I mean, it's very character driven.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and the action wasn't quite as prevalent as it was in Fury Road, but when it comes in, it still kicks ass.
100%. What about Chris Hemsworth, dude?
He was great, dude. I wholeheartedly wish that he would take on more roles like this. I mean, he was having the time of his fucking life, and he was great in it. He was one of the highest points.
Would you have recognized him if you didn't know it was him? Because I could tell you that I wouldn't have. I honestly would not have had a clue.
The voice probably, I think, because he didn't disguise the voice that much, but he did a fucking epic job, dude. I mean, he was great. He was really, really great. I loved it.
He reminded me more of Tom Hardy than he did himself. The whole time I was like, man, I feel like this is Tom Hardy doing another fucking weird ass Bane character or something. I don't know. I was like, or not Bane, but he did that one with kind of an accent like that. I can't remember, but either way, I was thinking, I don't know. Even though Tom Hardy was Mad Max, I was like, dude, this feels like Tom Hardy. I thought he was great. I'm looking forward to seeing it again. What about Anya Taylor-Joy in the movie as Furiosa?
Yeah, of course she's great. I was going to say something, and I was like, oh yeah, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. So I don't want to spoil anything for anyone. But yeah, she was great. Speaking of Tom Hardy, she has this really great way of sort of because it just in the Mad Max world that there's not a whole lot of dialogue to go around. And one thing Tom Hardy does better than probably anyone that I know, and she does great in this as well. They do, like, with their facial expressions and the way they use their eyes to sort of emote or communicate. I think they're both really great at that, which I thought was epic.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Anya, that's probably 90% of their performances in both movies.
Yeah.
Is the way they do their body language, and Anya was great at that. And man, dude, I love the movie. It was one of those. That was the first movie this year in 2024 that I was like, damn, this separates itself from the rest of the pack. This is one that I actually really love. And it took a while. What was that? May it came out, like June, maybe. Like it was kind of late. It was almost halfway through the year.
Yeah.
It was a
I think it was June.
It was a really slow start for the year. I thought the first 5 months, everything that came out was like kind of disappointing, or like just like about what you'd expect if you didn't have that high expectations. But nothing really blew me away. But then Furiosa came out, and I was like, wow, that's way better than anything else I've seen this year, save for maybe First Omen, because that movie kicked ass too.
That was really great as well.
Yeah,
exceeded expectations in a big way.
Absolutely, it did. But then ever since then, Furiosa popped up to my number one. But since then, we've had Longlegs, we've had Alien, we've had Deadpool. 3 of my top 3 movies, all 3 of them, have came out in the last month, it seems like. 4 of the top 4 have come out in the last 2 months, 3 months, whenever Furiosa came out. Bad Boys is up there too. Top 5 probably. But man, I just feel like I don't know if the year is going to end up being a great year or not, but this last month or two has somewhat salvaged it and made some really good experiences at the theater.
Yeah, no doubt, man. I couldn't agree more. I've missed a lot this year. I really have, because I'm working so much. Don't get quite the free time that I did, but there's a couple that I refuse to miss, which are Deadpool, Alien, and then looking forward actually to the end of the year. I know Beetlejuice I will definitely see. I'm taking. Oh, damn it. What did anybody in the chat ever figure out what this mystery Hulu movie is that that he's talking about with Micah Monroe?
I'll look here in a minute. I think Motherfucker Jones is back. Let me look and see if I can find it.
Your first name is motherfucker, last name Jones. Damn, man, I thought I pissed you off or something.
Sorry, guys. I'm on my phone and my cousin called me, so it knocked the whole thing out of whack.
It happens, man. I don't see.
While everybody's looking for that, I will say this just as a side note. I did watch this Micah Monroe flick the other day that was on, I want to say it was on Paramount, but I couldn't be for certain. Okay, it's called God is a Bullet. And it's probably the first, it's more in the thriller category, I would say, but not traditional horror. Dude, she was fucking great in it. And that's the one I was telling you about, Brad, that has Jamie Lannister in it.
Yeah, you told us about that.
Yes, dude. It was, it's not the best thing, but it's definitely something different than what she's done before. And she fucking killed it, dude. It was great. She was great. Have you seen that, Chad? He's not fucking paying attention.
No, I am, but no, I haven't seen that. I haven't seen much of her, at all.
Oh, yeah. You just literally just said you hadn't. Yeah, you know what, man? I'm retarded.
No, you're good.
Brooks said legs that go all the way up. Kevin Bacon stuff. We got Ashton saying long legs was good but overhyped. I think Chris would agree with that. I think he's inclined to agree with that. It did. I hate it when I really do dislike when a movie comes out and it gets so much hype that people's expectations are so high that it could never achieve it. And
Halloween Ends.
Now, get the fuck out of here, man. That's the best movie.
Hey, now that is one that Brad and I can semi-agree on.
Okay,
yeah, we like some.
It's a great movie, but as a Halloween movie?
Okay, I was going to say, yeah.
I think that's what they say about Halloween 3, too. But can we all agree that we're glad that it exists? You know?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay,
Yeah,
I'll
people
give
in
you
20
that.
years may look back at Halloween Ends the same way that we look at fucking Season of the Witch.
I think so too. I really do. I think it's one of those that just it's just got the vibes, man. Like it's got the vibes when you watch it. I've watched it more than any of the other two movies.
We're talking about Halloween Ends.
Yeah, dude, I watched it 3 times the first week it dropped on Peacock. I was like,
I watched it 3 times.
I was like, dude, I couldn't get enough of it. I was like, do I actually really like this? I went to the theater. I was like, this is kind of cool. And I came home that same night. I've only done that twice in the last 10 years. I came home the same night. It was on Peacock, and I said, I'm going to watch it again. It was a weird
a great
experience, but I
story.
liked it. Yeah.
It's a great story. It's just not a great Halloween finale. That's where
I
I
remember-
got pissed because I was like, fuck, I really like this movie, but that's not what they promised me in the fucking promos and shit. This
I'll
supposed to
give
be
you
the
that.
epic conclusion. Like they get 10 minutes at the end. Like
I'll
fuck,
give you that.
Come on.
The fact that it was the third movie of the trilogy was kind of silly.
But
Well,
with that said, it was a great movie, and it was like right out of the 80s. It felt like an 80s story being told in modern times, and I actually really did enjoy the story. But as what they promised it would be, it's not that.
But in
I can
20
agree
years, you're
with
going to
that.
forget about what they promised about, you know?
Well, yeah, it's true, but still,
Yeah, you'll forget about the whole.
we
market
lived through it.
thing.
I'm still not over it.
I mean, I
Yeah,
will say that, like, I felt like that the ending of it was pretty perfect. Like the final battle and the final scenes and things like that. I thought, for me, it was a perfect conclusion. I just didn't really like the way that we got there. That you're going to base your entire final, if this is really going to be Laurie Strode, or Jamie Lee Curtis's final movie, and you're going to base your entire story around a fucking character that we've never even met before and all this other weird shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember walking out of the theater and I text Brad, who I think had seen it before me, and I text him and I was like, dude, I just saw one of the best horror movies I've ever seen. And I also saw one of the worst Halloween movies I've ever seen. I don't know how to feel
I
about
remember
it.
that. Yeah.
And we were
Exactly.
both very conflicted, but I'm in the same camp as Brad, where I'm like, I don't, at least, I don't know. The ending of it is satisfying.
Right.
There's so many pieces in it for me where the acting is absolutely dog shit. I mean, it's comically bad, but it has such a good vibe to it. And like you said, it has that sort of 80s thing going on. And I just, like, it's just a fun time to watch. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and for what it's worth, I mean, Halloween Kills, I fucking hate it. I like Ends exponentially more than I like Halloween Kills.
The extended version's not bad. It's an improvement, but it's still pretty.
Kills
Yeah.
has grown on me. It's one of those
Yeah.
I hate it. I wouldn't say I hated it.
You get the fuck out. I just took up for you with this Halloween Ends shit.
Well, listen, Halloween Ends to me. I think I was conflicted, but I was like, I like it at the same time. I think the ending is solid, but it's also very random because you're watching one story for the whole movie, and then it takes a very fucking hard left and goes to this Laurie story at the end, and which is fine. Like whatever, they had to cram it in. But Kills is one that I remember. I was disappointed leaving the theaters. If you go back and watch our review, Chris was actually there for it. I was like, I don't know what this was. This wasn't good. But the more I think about it, like it's just like I think even more so than Halloween 2, it's a literal expansion pack to Halloween 18. At least Halloween 2 had its own kind of story, whereas Kills is literally just like, okay, you saw how this night began and where it kind of ended. Here's the rest of it, kind of deal. It's like it's all like a deleted scene almost. It's like it's just all something that you could have had. You also could have just left out and went straight to 18 or straight to Ends, I should say.
Yeah.
But but I like it because this Michael's like it's got to be the most brutal Michael movie out there. It's like the best like Michael movie because he's like the star of that movie. He's just out there fucking people up, except for that weird Figaro guy in the middle that flies off the building. That's the one part
thing.
And yeah, that's what really holds it back for me. But as far as Michael in that, he's peak, dude. Like he's fucking slaying, man.
Yeah, he is peak Michael in that, I have to say.
But it does. I don't know.
Big John, Little John, Chris.
I loved it. Loved so much about the movie. Honestly, it all worked for me, and I was okay with everything until the ending, which still to this day is just the dumbest fucking thing that defies all logic in so many ways, narratively, logically. The ending absolutely killed everything about that for me.
The ending is jarring, and it could have been better. If they like shot like this John Wick extreme like action, sequence at the end where Michael's just slaying fools, would have been cool.
They just needed to have him run off into the fucking woods.
But the way that they shot Michael, though, it was like the scene was just edited horribly. It's all close-up shots, really like quick. It just sucked. And then they did that whole thing where she, kills Karen, which is good. We all, nobody's mad about that. But
she redeemed herself in that one, though. She had
a little bit.
moments.
She did.
She had her moments.
But it's jarring because then you go to Halloween Ends and it's 4 years later, and it's like, okay,
it's
what the fuck? We just ended this. But that's because too, though, it was originally all supposed to be the same night. Ends was too.
I'm sorry.
Ends was going to be the same night.
You mean to tell me how Lori was in 18, where we saw Lori, right? And she hadn't seen Michael since 78.
Yeah.
She's going to be acting like that 4 years after her daughter's death.
I know. That's why it's jarring. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm with you.
I just think that it was so fucking dumb. I mean, for me, it's like, okay, we have Anthony Michael Hall. All these characters we're going to bring back, man. They narrowly missed him.
Yep.
As children, and now we bring them back. Just so we can fucking kill him off after they get him in the street and he's dead to rights? That doesn't make any fucking sense.
Even Sheriff Brackett.
I was gonna say, bro, Brackett came back, dude. He got freaking sliced. Yeah, dude. R.I.P. By the way.
It doesn't fucking. None of that makes any sense. Why would you do that? Just leave him out of it. Kyle Gallner came in for half a scene to take a piss outside and be murked.
I'm pretty sure that was Scream.
Was it? No, Kyle Gallner was in there.
That was Scream.
I swear it was in it. There's no fucking way.
That was Scream 5. That was Scream 5.
Yeah, that's Scream 5.
That was the sushi movie, though.
Wait a damn minute. I swear.
Same year, though, maybe. Was it the same year? Might have been the same year. No.
Are you thinking of Cameron? That wasn't Kyle Gallner.
There's no fucking way, dude. Listen to me, all right?
He plays Stu Macher's nephew in Scream.
And he's taking a piss when he dies.
Yeah.
Even Raymond says it. Raymond says it. That's Scream 5.
Does he get killed instantly, though? Like, that was the only scene that he was in?
Yeah, in Scream 5, yeah. And
you see him outside the school.
Man, guilty as charged then. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Either way, though, there was a lot of dumb shit that took place in there. I mean, it doesn't excuse Halloween Ends from being Halloween Kills from being a dumb fucking piece of shit. But yeah, I did get a little mixed up there. Okay,
it's all good.
It happens. It happens.
Yeah, it happens.
But it's gonna happen to Chad in the draft next week.
Oh yeah.
Let's hope. But there's but it's still it's dumb. It doesn't make any sense. The whole angle that they took didn't make any sense with it's following around that guy and him jumping out of the window. Didn't make much sense to me, as Brad already alluded to earlier. I mean, it just doesn't make none of it fit in with the. And for what it's worth, I actually dug 2018.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I thought that it was a good return to form. I thought that it was nicely done. And then Kills
safe.
came along. Yeah, safe. Okay, I get that. But I can't fucking believe that wasn't him, dude. I'm looking at this shit right now. I am distraught inside.
Let me jump over real quick. We can get back to this here in a second, but I do want to say.
Don't worry about it. Don't listen. We're never going to talk about it again.
Blu-ray just came in with some news. Blu-ray Addict. The new Crow is getting pretty bad reviews. That's at 13% on Rotten Tomatoes right now. So scrap everything I said about remakes being good these days. I didn't think Crow. The trailer looked pretty good, and Bill Skarsgård always brings me excitement, but it still kind of looked bad. This doesn't surprise me.
I also saw as a side note, I saw him do an interview where, I mean, he essentially was like, "Yeah, I mean, I don't know how it's going to turn out."
Well,
you have
never
any
good.
excitement for this, or are you? No good feelings at all.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I didn't mind some of those sequel. Well, that one sequel, City of Angels. That even though that one was a huge fucking downgrade, but the original Crow is just so fucking good. I mean, just the atmosphere and just Brandon Lee, fuck, gone too soon.
It's a classic, dude. It's a fucking classic, man.
It's another one where it's like, if this wasn't a Crow story and it was just a generic revenge thriller, I'd probably be more interested. But I mean, I don't know. It is what it is. When
That's
it
a
comes
good
to streaming,
point.
I'm sure I'll check it out.
Yeah, I'm not gonna see it. If it comes out in streaming, like you said, I'll do it, but I'm not gonna go to the movies.
Yeah, I'm not gonna, yeah.
Big Rod, good name. Nice fucking
Was
Rod.
he in One-Eyed Monster?
That's Big Ron, dude. All right, so he said the only movie I ever regretted paying to see was Blair Witch Project. I got motion sick, so it wasn't fun, and felt sick for 3 hours after getting out of the movie. I don't know if any of us saw Blair Witch in theaters, but I do want to know if there's ever been a movie you guys regretted paying to go see. That's the question I have for you.
Dragon Wars.
What the fuck is that?
You just look up Dragon Wars. It's fucking awful. It came out, I think, around the same time as 310 to Yuma. And I went with a couple friends, and I'm like, we're going to go see 310 to Yuma, right? Like, no, we're going to go to Dragon Wars. I'm like, what?
Oh,
the fucking what? So I ended up going to Dragon Wars, and it was so bad, dude. It was made in like 2007, around that time, something like that. But it looked like it had graphics from the early 90s. It was awful. It had
and Chris knows exactly what you're talking about. It sounds like.
Yeah, Craig Robinson shows up in it. Robert Forster's in it, I think, and then a bunch of fucking other people that I don't even care who's in it. But it was awful. God
Definitely
damn.
should have premiered on Sci-Fi.
That's what I thought it was. It was like a sci-fi movie or something. I was like, what the fuck is this? I spent money on this? Ugh.
And I don't know if I ever. I mean, I'm sure there was. I can't remember a time.
For me, I gotta say, old M. Night Shyamalan. I was in there and I was sitting there like Joe Pesci the whole time. I was like, "What the fuck is this piece of shit? This is fucking." It's just one stupid thing after the next.
Yeah, shit. I mean, I know that I've been extremely disappointed. I'm just trying to think about like what the hype.
Oh, you know what? You know what it really is, Chris. For me,
What's
fucking
that?
Lamb.
Lamb. Fuck you, dude. Lamb wasn't that bad.
I was sitting there the whole time. I was 10 minutes in. I said, "When's this motherfucker going to be over, dude?"
Lamb or Crimes of the Future?
Crimes of the Future. That's it.
Are you?
That's the one. Crimes of the Future.
I was about to say, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. I was like, God damn. I bought tickets.
I don't know
for this.
though. You have
that was pretty weird, even for Cronenberg.
Yeah,
it was just boring.
Leia
dude.
Sado's nipples in that though.
That was something. So I was sitting there, like I was there. I had this excitement meter in my head. You know, every time I go into a movie, and I'm sitting there. If I have popcorn, which I always do, I start out pretty much at a 10 when I'm eating the popcorn. You know. Yeah, the previews are on, and I'm sitting there. I'm at jalapenos. I'm having a good time, and the movie comes on. It kind of fluctuates from there. And at this point, Crimes of the Future, I was like, okay, it's kind of interesting. You got that kid eating plastic and shit at the beach. I'm like, okay,
yeah,
we're having a good time. 4 maybe, like it's this could go places, and then it just nosedived. Like it went down to 0, pretty much 0.25. And then there's that ear guy that had all the ears all over his body, and I was like, "Oh, this is kind of cool." It went up to like a 3.2, and then Leia Sado's titties were in there, and that went up to a 10 for a second. Back to same level as the popcorn, and then from there it was a hard nosedive back to 0 for the rest. I don't even remember how it ended. I have no idea, and I saw the movie.
It just kind of ended. If I remember correctly, it just
yeah,
kind of
it just
ended.
ends. There's no resolution to anything. It's just like a
No.
day in the life of.
Yeah.
I've got one that I can think of, and I know that there are ones that are worse than this, but I remember The Happening in 2008. Shyamalan.
Shyamalan is a
Wahlberg.
common theme.
Yep. So
Yeah,
I
very.
remember that being the case. And I was like, hell yeah, man. That was such a strong premise. Like, everybody's killing themselves and you can't figure out why. And then there's Wahlberg in there. It's like, I'm talking to a plant. You know, I'm talking to a real plant. Or whatever it was. I mean, and then all the memes that have come out in recent times, like when you're watching The Happening and it's the guy that's laying down in front of the fucking lawnmower.
That's fucking awesome, man.
Can everybody give me just a goddamn second?
That was pretty good.
It's like, somebody just give Mark Wahlberg a second.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah, that was a weird one too. Fuck.
Okay. The opposite end of the spectrum then. Was there ever a movie that you were watching and you're like, damn, I'm glad I saw this in theaters. There's no other way to see it. Now, this happens a lot, but first thing that comes to mind, probably something recent, maybe not. I don't know. I mean, something that was just fucking awesome.
I mean, I think the easy. Oh, go ahead.
No, please.
I mean, the easy answer would be Infinity War and Endgame, but
pretty epic. It's pretty epic.
I think The Town. You guys remember The Town with Ben Affleck? Of
course. Yes.
I think seeing that on the big screen is like the only way to see that movie.
I'll be in Florida.
Yeah. I'll see you again. If I saw that like the first time at home, I don't think it would have had the same impact. And that's the only reason I say The Town. It wasn't like a huge spectacle or something. It's just a really good, grounded, gritty, Boston crime thriller, and I love shit like that.
Still one of the best lines in all of cinema is the bust in with the and I can't remember how the entire line goes. You already fucking know what I'm gonna say when he's like, Affleck comes in and he's like, we're gonna have to take your car. We're gonna have to hurt some people, and you can never ask me about it again. Or he says whatever. Then Jeremy Renner's like thinks about it for like literally half a second. Whose car are we gonna take? Yeah, the best.
I fucking love that. I fucking love that.
Brad, what you got? Because you had something that right off the tip of the tongue out of the gate, and I think we might have been.
It has to be Top Gun Maverick. I mean, it's one of those that I think
I forgot about that one.
Yeah, it's one of those that it's like, it's always great. It's one of the most rewatchable movies that's come out in the last 10 years. I've seen the movie a lot, but the times in the theaters, I mean, it's a magical theatrical experience. That's the only movie I've ever seen in 40X. I still think it's the perfect 40X movie. Twisters is probably the newest one. It's probably the only other one since that's like, okay, that could be a fun 40X movie.
Yeah, but it doesn't live up to what fucking Top Gun was. Top Gun was actually fucking amazing. I forgot about that one.
Top Gun is cinema, man. That is big screen cinema, Dolby Digital at its finest, man.
Yeah,
I'll give you that. That one was fucking crazy.
That's going to the movies. That's what's going to the movies all about.
The crazy thing is, I walked into that not expecting anything, which is great because I was like, Top Gun, it's whatever. I'll see the sequel, but I don't give a shit about it. And man, it was great. Yeah.
Yeah, my dad wanted to go see it. That's the only reason I went to go see it, because he paid. I was like, all right, you want? Yeah, sure, I'll go. But yeah, I went in very low expectations and was fucking blown away. I will say runner-up is probably Halloween 2018.
Yeah,
because that was a good theater experience. That was my best Halloween theater experience since, what was it, 2002?
Resurrection?
Yes, sir. I mean, I didn't know.
I think it's 2003.
I was watching the.
I was thinking it was 2003 too.
Yeah. So too. I didn't think I was watching the future. So ahead of its time.
This motherfucker, dude. This motherfucker.
I don't even know if I could pin down one or not. I'm thinking either too recently. I think, but that's kind of polluting my brain at this point. But I would say like last year, I would have been very disappointed if I didn't see Oppenheimer in 70 mil last year.
Ooh, yeah.
That's a good one, baby.
Yeah, that's a good
So
one.
Brad and I saw Oppenheimer in 70 mil. I mean, I saw it in Nashville, and we went down to Atlanta to see it. But Oppenheimer in 70 mil was fantastic. I'll also go with another Chris Nolan one that happened to be that I think the first time I went to like a real IMAX theater, 70 mil, my cousin and I saw Interstellar.
Oh, see, that would be one. That would be one I would want to see.
Just fucking epic, dude. Yeah. Anything Chris Nolan, amazing. Really. I mean, the guy makes fucking, he makes cinema.
Yeah.
That you have to go see. But Interstellar,
Memento.
Yeah. Oh,
actually,
I'm going to watch that this weekend. I haven't seen that in so long.
Interstellar was one of those ones where, fuck, man. Even Dunkirk. So I saw Dunkirk in 70 mil, and there's like those Spitfire scenes where they're like spinning through the air over the ocean and things. And like, if you're watching that like in 70 mil, it's so big that, you're like, I probably shouldn't have had that tequila before I got in here, man. Like, you're starting to get sick. Like you have a visceral experience, or reaction to it. Damn, what was it? Something else popped into my head, and
the first Avatar.
First Avatar, okay.
That was a big
deal.
I'll
go with that. First, one of the only flicks in 3D that was worth it. And the second one I will bring up, also a good experience. Gravity.
Oh, I think you meant the second Avatar. I was about to say I still haven't seen it.
Oh, no, it was worthwhile too, but it didn't have the same, like, so much has come out since the first one. Doesn't have the same feel to it, but Gravity with Sandra Bullock was a good 3D, theater experience.
Yeah. Well, okay. What are your top 3 theater experiences? I'm gonna say, okay. How about this? Top 3 most hype going into a movie at a theater.
Oh shit.
Oh, okay.
And you
hyped
guys
is it's like socially hyped, or like you felt the most hyped yourself?
Oh, just all around hype from everything.
Okay.
From the world around you, yourself. I'm gonna date myself real quick, and you guys are probably gonna laugh at me, but it came out in '99. It was a big fucking deal. It was Phantom.
Oh shit!
Fucking Phantom, dude. I was so pumped for that, and oh man.
He's sitting there freaking reminiscing right now, man. That's actually okay. So I'll join you because my number one hands down is Force Awakens. I remember being so excited for Force Awakens. Yeah, I thought about that for years. The moment finally came, and I went and saw it, and that's my number one for sure.
Yeah.
We saw it so many times in theaters, and it. I mean, honestly, it held up for the hype. I know a lot of people shit on that trilogy now, and Force Awakens itself, but in theaters, I loved it. I saw it 4 times. Yeah, I thought it was the best thing ever. Number 2 is Halloween Ends, or Halloween 2018.
Yeah.
Golly, you'll get it right here in a minute. One of the 3 of the trilogy.
Yeah, that was another one that I was looking forward to for a long time. I'll have to think about the third one for a second, but that's definitely the top 2 without question.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Phantom Menace, both in Infinity War and Endgame together, because I'm counting them as one, and then Halloween 2018.
I'll throw. I had to think about my third one. I mean, number 1 I know for certain is Inception. Like I can't recall a single time that I was so excited, and the marketing campaign for that was great. The trailers did such a great job of revealing absolutely nothing, and I don't know if you guys remember or not, but they had this they had like a little app that you could go to where you could you could play around as this character, basically like you were in the dream world and you had to run from these people. But even then, you didn't really understand like why they were chasing you or anything. So just the hype around that, and you knew absolutely nothing. The trailers were so fucking good too. I don't know if you guys remember them or paid any attention, but the trailers were so good for Inception. I will say that. And then I grew up on Indiana Jones. So 2008, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull came out, even though it didn't deliver. I'm just saying, I walked into it like so fucking excited. Me and a couple of buddies, and we all grew up on Indiana Jones. So we were all super fucking hyped to see that. So those two stand out. And then Brad's got a third one ready to go.
I would say the Batman was up there. I remember being really excited going into it. There's a certain caliber movie like that that you get so much excitement you just literally cannot wait. You're sitting there, you're anticipating. The trailers couldn't move any slower. You're sitting there, it's like I've been waiting for this. And the Batman is on there for me, man. There was another one that just popped into my head before that. It fucking blanked me, but then I thought of that, and I was like, "That's one that's probably there." I think maybe that's probably number 3 at this point. Yeah, I think so.
Transformers.
50 Shades of Grey.
50 Shades of Grey.
You don't say. The Room?
The first Transformers was good, but fucking everything.
It was legit, yeah. The second one was so fucking bad, dude. The second one was so fucking bad.
Oh,
I saw it in theaters 3 times, but it was so fucking bad.
So I just understand everything.
I will throw a third one out there. There are other ones that I would like to, I'm sure that would surpass this one, but for the sake of giving an answer, I had read not all, but most of the book before, so I was pretty stoked when Dune came out, and I think that it was a great spectacle. I know Brad fucking hates it. I don't know how you feel about it, but I mean, I thought Dune was quite the spectacle. It delivered on all fronts for me, so I enjoyed it. I would say Dune, probably Dune Part 1 for me on the third one.
Okay.
Well, Chad likes.
I don't have any problem with Dune. They're not my favorite. They're not my go-tos, but I mean, not
my favorite, but I respect them for what they are.
Yeah. We just went through the Mad Max movies, and Fury Road and Furiosa. Oh my god!
Give it to me, bud.
God. Yeah, I mean, Furiosa was good, but Fury Road is fucking amazing. Such a great movie.
Chad also likes Strangers Prey at Night, though.
I do. I really do, actually.
I'll off myself on camera.
Hey, it's better than Chapter 1. It's fucking better than Chapter 1.
You know what? I will put on there though, and this is legit. I will tell you this. This is a true story. I swear to God. No matter how fucking dumb this sounds, it's true. So I've been a film lover since I was like maybe 5 years old, and I really did get the biggest fucking stiffy for Hard Rain. The very first time I saw. On the trailer for Hard Rain.
The Christian Slater fucking movie?
Yes! I swear to God, dude. Christian Slater, Morgan Freeman. Go back and watch the trailer and put yourself in the mind of a fucking 8-year-old kid, all right? It is one of the best things you could do for your brain.
Okay. All right. I could okay.
I mean, the movie doesn't hold up exactly, and I did see my grandmother.
It holds up. We watched it last year.
I know, man. It was fun. Yeah, it's still good, I mean, for what it's worth, it was all practical effects. But yeah, my grandmother took me to see it, man. Top notch shit.
We have.
Fuck you, dude! I'm telling you, I was excited to see it.
I love the movie. I love the movie.
Yeah,
I grew up watching
movie.
that with the dude on the jet skis and stuff going through the school. It's cool as fuck. I love it.
What about you? You were excited to see Quest for Camelot.
This is true. This is true. I was.
Okay, so I don't want to hear it.
Bro,
Oh,
Aaron says Kingdom of the Crystal Skull was pretty hyped up experience. Don't live up to it. That's true.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. You know, I mean, I didn't walk away, you know, with a great feeling, but when I walked in, man, I was. I mean, you think about that. I mean, Indiana Jones, this iconic character coming back after what was it at that point, 30 years? You know,
yeah.
and
Halloween that has nothing to do
I
with
was like, you know what, they'll never be able to make an Indiana Jones movie worse than this. And apparently they were like, hold my beer.
I never
Yeah,
saw it. Have you seen
the-
the new one? I haven't seen it.
It comes close.
Hey,
It's
don't fucking bother. If you like Indiana Jones, if it means anything to you at all,
stick to the
keep
original
it
three.
yeah, keep it at Crystal Skull and just let that be the last disappointment that you live through.
I'm
Yeah.
lukewarm on Indiana Jones.
Oh,
Lukewarm
okay.
on
Well, maybe, you know, whatever.
it.
I grew up on that shit.
Zodiac's
Crusade
throwing
was
some
my
fucking
favorite.
zingers out here, man.
What do you say next? Indiana motherfucker Jones.
Yeah.
E. Morton showed.
Your middle name is motherfucker? Last
Fury.
name Jones.
Fury is over Fury Road for Zodiac Z as well. Let's see. I probably, you know, I'm not as good at getting to the chat as Brett. Aaron Click said, even Longlegs, I was super hyped up for it. It lived up to the hype for me. I agree. For me, it did. Because for me, it hits all the boxes. For me, I like a dark, psychological, investigative thriller. That is my number one top genre. And this nailed every box for me. Personally, I get, you know, people don't like it. That's fine. But for me, it hit everything that I like to see, and it hit it really well. So yeah, I know we already talked about it a little bit earlier, but it's one of those I
Nice.
love.
Yeah, I got that one.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I think you'll like it. I think it's not so, you know, a lot of these movies that come out, they get really hyped. You know, they end up being weird and it turns a lot of people off. And I think this movie is a little weird, but it's not like, it's not so weird that it becomes abstract. I think it's still pretty, you know, pretty good for everybody in a certain way. Hereditary was one, so was It Follows. I think maybe theater experiences, maybe.
Oh yeah,
We're talking about.
Yeah, I didn't have anything like any excitement going into Hereditary. I didn't even see it in theaters. I mean, it was just sort of like a word of mouth. You know, once it came out and got the notoriety that it did, that made me watch it. So yeah, It Follows as well, because it was kind of like a festival darling. It Follows.
Yeah, it was.
Very
It
I don't know if it
picked
even
up
had much of a theater run here, so I don't know.
Which one?
It Follows.
Oh, yeah, it didn't have one where I'm at.
Yeah.
So
What was it?
I'm
Did
not
Neon pick it up?
I
It wasn't A24.
No.
I think it was
Fox
Neon.
Searchlight, maybe? I can't remember.
I'm not sure.
It was low
Something
key
like that.
though, because I remember reading about it in some festival reviews, but I didn't see either of those until they came out.
I saw Hereditary in
I mean,
theaters.
that sounded fucking stupid.
Sounded dumb as a motherfucker. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, exactly. Until they came out on streaming.
Yeah.
Sorry. I was trying to vet exactly what studio did it, dude. It was TWC, Radius TWC, which I believe is owned by the Weinstein Company.
Look, she's still throwing out the
Yep.
Indiana Jones and the Crystal Queef.
I know, that's what she said, the meth, but yeah. So I thought that's what it was supposed to be. That's what I was laughing about a minute ago.
Morton Chode we got here. That's a good one.
Nice, yep.
That's classic, man. Hey, what y'all think about the Planet of the Apes movie this year, man?
I haven't seen it.
Haven't seen it.
Although it's on something, right?
They just came out on Max.
Max? Okay, then I'll have to watch it. But yeah,
it's good. It's a good movie. It's a good movie.
Wait, was it on? Was it on Max?
What is it called? Kingdom.
Apple TV, maybe.
Kingdom. It's on Peacock, Paramount, or Max. I saw it on one of them. But
So it's somewhere out there.
yeah,
It's
but
good.
like I
It's a
think
good
the
movie.
whole yeah, that's what I hear. So I'm excited to see it.
I'm
This
Same with
still plucked
Maxine.
up.
I want to see Maxine too, but I haven't yet. I've been
It's on Disney.
behind
Yeah,
on
I
so
also
many.
missed Maxine. So no fucking Brad.
I'm not gonna spoil
I know
Maxine.
you were about
Maxine.
to.
Maxine is one of those that it's like I was digging it for like half the movie, and then I wasn't digging it anymore. But still,
Okay.
I mean, definitely still in the top 10 for the years, top 5 maybe somewhere in that ballpark. I feel like it could have been a little better. Kevin Bacon though is 10 out of 10. Oh, that's all I'll say. What I did want to talk about, Chris, is House of the Dragon. I know we haven't talked about this a lot on the channel. Have you seen the full season now? Are you still behind?
Yeah, I've seen most of it. I have not seen the finale. Well,
Just
I
wait.
started the
Just wait.
finale and
Just-
I sort of fell asleep 4 fucking times in a row. It's very
Hold
boring.
off. Listen, don't watch the finale until season 3 is coming out.
Listen.
Just
Okay, yeah.
wait.
I mean, I've seen all the memes, so I know nothing really important happens.
Just wait until season 3 is about to come out, and then watch the finale. Go back and watch them all. Here's what I wanted to say though, Chris. I started the book today, Fire and Blood. Aegon. It's a 30-hour book. Aegon. It took Aegon and the Conqueror, I should say, an hour in the book to conquer all of Westeros and become the first true king of the 7 kingdoms. Guy was fucking lit, dude. He was fucking people up. A good book. Would recommend.
We didn't follow that story at all, though, huh?
No,
It's only one episode.
So House of the Dragon is the last third of this book. So it's going to take me a minute to get to that. Yeah. I will say this though. They should have maybe considered just doing the full book and just kind of jump in time and starting with this whole Aegon the Conqueror thing, because it's pretty lit. He's fucking people up with dragons. It's cool. It's nice. I like it a lot. I'm excited about it.
You like the guy?
I like the guy. I don't like the guy. Here's what I like about it, though. I don't know about Game of Thrones. Did you read any of the Game of Thrones books? Anybody? Did you read any of them?
I did not. My buddy Rick read them all.
Nope.
So I don't know. I don't know if it's the same way for that, but for this book, Fire and Blood,
I could submit to him for questioning, but I never read them. No.
So House of Fire and Blood reads like a nonfiction history book. Like it's literally, it doesn't read like a book like you would traditionally expect. It's like here's me telling you what happened historically. There's a couple times where it's popped up like, oh, here's what happened to her. So they say, but nobody will ever know what actually happened to her, kind of deal. So I like that. I think that's kind of a cool way of telling the story. It feels like I'm reading nonfiction. I feel like I'm back in college and reading about the Roman Empire or something. My man Chris just died. Anyway,
What?
I don't know, Chad. Have you watched any of the shows? Game of Thrones, House of Dragon?
I watched Game of Thrones a little bit. I wasn't like, a dedicated watcher, but I watched a little bit Game of Thrones, like the first couple seasons, and that was it. But I lost track of so many shows I was watching back in the day. There's a lot I got to go back and revisit.
There's so many all the time, man. I can't get to all of them.
And here I am rewatching shows. Ship one down here, man, right now.
Benjamin Franklin?
Yeah.
Well, see, these are the 3 milligrams. These are Benjamin Franklin.
Ooh.
If you get the 6 milligram and you upgrade, that's Osama bin Laden.
What do you think about the 12s?
The power of Christ compels you.
It's like,
Okay.
What do you know about an F5 in Twister? What do you know about an F5? only one of us has seen an F5.
Yeah, there's so many shows out there, man, that I miss out on all the time, and you can only do so many, And it pains me to miss them, and sometimes the ones that I choose they piss me off. Okay, so like I could have watched something else, but I jumped on this Presumed Innocent show with Jake Gyllenhaal on Apple TV.
Was it shit?
It's fucking epic, dude. I loved every second of it. Okay, so there's no regrets about it. I'm just saying I could have watched something else. I haven't seen a single episode of Better Call Saul. Right, like hear great things. I should be over there watching that, but Jake fucking caught my attention. Right?
Hey, Better Call Saul is fucking great, dude.
know.
You need to watch it.
But so is Presumed Innocent. You should check it out.
I'll trade you if you do Better Call Saul. I'll do Presumed Innocent.
Well, you never went back and watched Outer Range, which you fucking promised me.
Okay. Pick one. If you want me to do Outer Range, I'll do Outer Range.
No, go to Presumed Innocent because they canceled Outer Range, and you'll never get the answers you want.
Oh, I hate that too.
Manhunter is the biggest disappointment in TV.
Did anybody, even in the chat, did anyone see Outer Range?
Chris, can I say right now that I think Mindhunter is the biggest disappointment on cancellations so far?
Oh, yes. Oh, my God. It was so good.
Chad, you saw that?
Are we in agreement?
I can agree with that.
You saw it? Did you see it?
I saw parts of it, yeah.
It was great, dude. That shit was so fucking great. Ed Kemper, he's going to fuck you up.
Killing people is hard work. You don't realize how hard it is to strangle someone to death. I love that character, man. That's so good.
How do you guys feel about Dexter coming back?
I've never seen Dexter.
No? It's not bad. This is like all the others,
I mean, hearing how bad the ending is, so I've always been against it.
And here's the thing about Dexter: it runs 8 seasons. The first 4 seasons are peak television, and then every season it declines so rapidly. Like 5 is like, this is how you're going to follow up, because 4, in my opinion, is the best season. Trinity Killer, Chad.
Yeah.
Best season. And then 5 is like, that's how you're going to follow this up. And then 6 is like, okay, we're in left field. And 7, it's like comically bad. And then 8, it's like almost unwatchable. So then listen to this, though. They redeem themselves. Like 10 years later, they come back and they do like a 10-episode run of this Dexter New Blood. And it's not great, but it gives you a way more satisfying ending than the original series. Just leave it alone. Now they're like, oh, we're going to bring him back. It's crazy. Did you watch New Blood?
No, I was hesitant to.
It's not great, but it's not bad.
It's a decent watch.
Yeah, it is really. Yeah, honestly.
Okay.
It is not that bad at all. And I was happy that I watched it. It's a way more satisfying and logical conclusion than what you got in season 8 of Dexter proper.
Right. Okay.
So I think it's worth a watch, but yeah, they should have just left it alone at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like just Michael C. Hall and Jeff Lindsay looking for a fucking payday, I guess. I don't know.
I haven't seen Michael C. Hall in much since fuck Gamer.
That's hilarious. You know what? I'll tell you, he's in a band now.
Oh boy.
He is in a goth 80s synth band. And I'll tell you how I know this. I mean, I stumbled across it a while back, but I actually went to Chattanooga to watch them play live in the smallest fucking venue, maybe like 70 people there. I mean, I could reach out and touch Michael C. Hall.
Wow.
And there's something you should listen to them. It's called the original title of the band was Princess Goes to the Butterfly Museum. They have since, listen, this is true because he's like a theater actor traditionally, right? And so he comes out in like makeup, I mean, he seems like he's having fun, but they've shortened it since to Princess Goes.
Princess Goes, okay.
Yeah. Check it out, dude. I mean, please. Just so you know when you're listening to the music that Dexter is singing to you.
Hey, here's what I'll say this, though. Here's what I'll say. Michael C. Hall, he narrated Pet Sematary by Stephen King on Audible. Fantastic narration of Pet Sematary.
And he was great as Dexter as well. I mean, he was great in that whole show.
Well, I'm sure he was. Yes,
Yeah.
I just can't speak to that, but I can speak to his narration of Gage Creed and the rest of the Creeds, for that matter, in that book, and he was perfect for that. I thought he was great.
I would say
And
Pet
then-
Cemetery is up there, yeah. As far as audiobooks go, it's one of the best I've ever listened to.
The best I've ever read. I'm gonna get a couple comments here. Probably wind it down here in a minute. But Blu-ray Addict said he rewatched Rise of the Planet of the Apes today. Going to rewatch Rise, Dawn, and War Before Kingdom. You should. I think that's a fan. Not that it's super related, but that trilogy is phenomenal. It's fantastic. I love the hell out of it. Ashton, going back to House of the Dragon, he said he's on an island, but he likes season 2 of House of the Dragon. I liked it. I didn't like the finale. And I thought it was overall it's a setup season. The whole season is a setup season. 100%,
It is. I mean, it set itself up to be more than that, I think, is why everyone seems disappointed with it. But from a character standpoint, I mean, it progressed everyone had an isolated arc, and it progressed everything forward, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's all you can really ask for a season of TV, but
it progressed things forward. But I think we're in the same boat now we were in the end of season 1. And it's like, well, this really, I don't want to spoil it. I'm not going to spoil anything, but we're basically at the same. We're in the same boat we were at the end of season 1. Season 1 ended. We're like, oh fuck yeah, we're gonna get ready for war. And then season 2 ended. Fuck yeah, we're gonna get ready for war. That we're in the same boat. At the end of the day, a couple things that progressed. There's a lot of good things that happened in season 2, but at the end of the day, it seemed 100% a setup season, which sucks. The only reason it sucks is because we had to wait 2 years for it. If it was a 1-year thing and we jumped ahead and we had it, okay, fine. It is what it is. But we waited 2 years for the season, just to wait 2 years for the real season that's coming next.
Yeah, I saw the memes that came out. They were like, we just watched 10 episodes of a trailer for season 3.
100%. 100%, dude. It's like, dude, come on, man. Come on.
I mean, it did feel especially, excuse me, it did feel especially tame for a season of Game of Thrones or House of Dragon or whatever. It felt tame compared to season 1, I felt like. But it did move things very slowly.
Yeah. It's because there's no source material for this. They're literally trying to.
We all know what happens when you run out of source material.
You milk it.
God damn it. Yeah. My cousin had never seen Game of Thrones, and he's like, I'm just going to wait till it's over, and I'm just going to binge the whole thing. And I was like, yeah, dude, okay, that's perfect plan. And then the final season came out, and I was like, listen to me. Are you a fan of having your heart ripped out of your fucking chest and then shit on? No, not particularly. I said, just skip it. Just skip it. You don't need to watch it.
Yeah, the ending is that's the biggest disappointment in all of TV, because you had something that was 5 out of 5, perfection, peak television for 7 seasons. Like literally, like it doesn't get better than this.
Well, 6. 7 was a little bit of a decline, and then 8 was just a fucking drop off.
True, but there was still some great shit in 7 though. But true, but 6 was the perfect seasons, and then it just fucking declined so rapidly that it was like, okay, why did we even watch all this? And it ruined it that bad. And I still haven't rewatched it. That's like, it's so bad that it kind of just deters you from watching it all over again, because you know how it is. And now I'm watching House of the Dragon. I'm like, oh, this story's great, but we know none of it fucking matters because this is what happens. So it's like, dude, that's how bad it is. That's a botch, man. That's a fucking botch.
And it sucks because the production quality and like the epic battle in season 8, you guys know what I'm talking about, is so well done, but it's just such a shitty ending, man. I'm not going to spoil too much because I don't know if anybody's seen it or not, but you guys know what I'm fucking talking about.
Yep.
We do. And Brett, man, here's what he asked. He said, hold up. Why is Chad on and not Bubba? Bubba G Hog, that guy, he's a recluse, man. We talk to him often. We do. We say, hey, you're a cool guy. I think he's one
We
of our
try to get him
longest.
to come on. He never shows
Yeah.
up.
One of our longest Patreons, but nobody ever even know. Like he's barely even in the chat, which is fine though. We talk to him. We understand why. Great guy. He just
He's probably
he
watching
likes.
now.
Yeah, he's probably watching. He likes being on the like in the chat on the channel, but he never actually
Will never show up.
never shows up. But that's fine.
Wow.
We like the guy, or we don't
Okay.
like her. Girl, could be girl. But Blu-ray said, I thought House of the Dragon season 2 was just okay. Season 4 or episode 4 was amazing though, as was the episode before the finale. That shit was great too, with the dragon and what's his name, Vermithor or something like that.
When he's taking she brings in the bucket of fried chicken. You know what I'm talking about? I think that's the one before the ending, right?
I think that's the ending. Actually, is
That's the last episode.
The second last episode is when Ulf is the one that he's like, oh, I'm gonna fucking get on this dragon. And then
flies over the Okay, I remember.
That was a great episode too.
What was episode 4?
That would have been the battle of
Red?
Rooks. Yeah, the Rook's Rick with Rhaenys.
Okay, yeah.
And that was a great episode too. You're right. The rest of it, a lot of talking, a lot of dialogue, all in the same locations. It got boring. I still loved it though. There's something about that world that it's just like Sunday night, 9:00. You know what you're doing. There's nothing like it, guys. There's nothing like most times on Netflix, HBO, whatever. Not HBO, but Netflix, Prime, a couple other things. A new show will come out. They'll drop the whole season at once. You got people like Brett that watch it all in one day, and then whatever. But for me though, I'm like, man, there's something very special about the fact that when Friday starts, I know that I'm not going to work again until I see this next episode. There's a lot of excitement around it. It's like I don't know. I love the fact that you can count on every Sunday at 9 you're watching this episode of TV, and I love that. I like it. And I hope it doesn't go away for HBO.
No, they have another Game of Thrones spinoff that's about to start shooting like at the end of this year.
Damn.
The Night of the Seven Kingdoms or something like that.
I think that's what is that it? I don't know. I'll have to vet that, but yeah. I think it's something like that. I know they have another one that's coming up. We're gonna find out right now.
I know it's not exactly the same, but this kind of got me thinking about what I wanted to ask earlier. But anybody excited for Gladiator 2?
No, not in this game. I feel like that is just such. I'm not at all. And the trailer did absolutely nothing. I mean, it's such a different vibe than the first one, and I don't know, man. It just doesn't. I love the first Gladiator so much. I hold it in high regard. Yeah, it just doesn't. It's just such a. I don't. Why would they even do it? It's like a
different movie.
Yeah, and it's so unnecessary. Like they told such a great isolated story, and there's no reason to go back and
Gladiator 2
revisit that at all.
Would you ever thought in 03 or 06 or whatever year it came out that you'd get a Gladiator 2 in 2024? It's like, dude, really?
I wish. I mean, honestly, they should just put fucking Russell Crowe back out there. Like, oh, we witchcraft resurrected him.
He's fat,
heavier than he was a little heavier than he was.
Yeah, but put him in his getup when he played Zeus and fucking Thor.
Exactly. Yeah,
he looks good in that shit. Send him out there.
Dude, he came out there looking like. You remember that movie where he was like the road rage driver and he was like fucking fall. I don't remember the name of the movie.
Unhinged.
Yeah, he was falling. He looked like he was like 250 pounds. I was like, dude comes back looking like that in Gladiator, man. It's like, okay, I know you died and all, but come on, man. Like a little self-respect goes a long way, but
but he does well in like not the other guys. What was the one with Ryan Gosling?
Oh, Nice
The
Guys.
Nice
That was a
Guys.
fucking
The Nice
great.
Guys.
That was a
Nice Guys.
great.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Dude, in a
he's
comedic
good and
role?
stuff like that. Yeah,
That was a great movie.
and then
Dude,
he also did two, not one, but two exorcism movies like in the last year, and I didn't see
yeah.
either of them.
That are
But-
not related in
Bro.
any way.
I know
Bro.
that's the people
Bro,
thought they were. It was like a
this
prequel
last
to the other
movie he
one.
did, I haven't seen the one. I haven't seen the one in 2024 yet, but in 2023, he played this exorcism guy that rides this moped around. You got to see him out there, fucking just driving this moped, like between shots and stuff. He's out there fucking slaying ghosts and killing
Oh,
demons in his
Jesus.
off time. But in the middle of those times, he's out there fucking driving this moped around. He's got books and shit. Like I just like
Is that the
That-
Pope's Exorcist? Is that what it's called?
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
one of
that's-
them. It's
It's
one
based on like a real story, and there's a documentary called "The Devil and Father Amorth" that
Huh.
came out a while back. It's way more entertaining than the actual movie was.
of them. Now,
And Billy
they made that-
William Friedkin directed, who also directed The Exorcist, and it's a documentary about the guy who was like related to or whatever with the Pope, and the documentary is so much better than the movie was.
Mhm.
Yeah, no,
Well-
I mean,
Well,
I
that
hated
could
the
work.
movie.
What Brad said, that could work. A pope drives around his moped in between, killing fucking demons. That could work with the right writer and director. I mean, if that was done by Quentin Tarantino, it could be a fucking hell of a movie. I mean, that would be a hell of a fucking movie, and no one blinking, bat an eye. But when they take themselves so fucking serious, it's just like, ugh. And I don't know why he did those exorcism movies. I guess he's fucking running low on funds too.
it brings me back to that South Park episode when Russell Crowe was just fighting people all the time. It's just like,
around the world.
Are you not entertained?
Dude.
it was
I
just,
think- Ugh.
yeah, I don't know. But to bring you back to the question, Gladiator 2, no, I'm not too excited about it. It looks bad. Denzel, I love Denzel, but man, that guy.
I don't. Yeah, and what's his name? Pedro. But I don't think they're gonna save it.
Joseph Quinn's in it too, right? Is he not? Is he in there?
Well,
He is,
that
yeah.
could be a saving grace. See him get demolished. At the
I mean,
end.
honestly,
You
I
know
think
he will.
Paul Mescal is a great actor in his own right.
What else has
who
he
take-
been in?
The only thing I know him from is After Sun, which is like an A24 indie that came out about him taking his daughter to the beach, which came out like a year or two ago. But it was like in my top 5 for that year. Not in any way, shape, or form like horror related or anything like
Okay.
that. Just a great indie flick.
It's a great narrative.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Not a lot happens, but
After
not-
Sun.
After Sun, yeah, it's fucking phenomenal. I thought it was great, but
SON or SUN?
SUN After Sun.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely worth checking out. But he was in that, and then something else. He had been gaining quite a bit of notoriety here lately. But damn it, I can't think of anything else. I'm gonna have to look it up right now. I'll tell you. He was in.
I know
Oh,
I've seen
the
his
what?
name.
Yeah, Foe. Yeah, that came out with him and Saoirse Ronan. That was kind of an interesting take on things.
Okay.
But do you remember that?
I don't think I saw it, but I remember hearing about it.
Yeah, that was
that.
an interesting concept where he was like, did you guys watch Black Mirror? I think Brad, you watched the episode with Josh Hartnett and Aaron Paul.
Yeah, fantastic episode.
Yeah, so it was kind of the same concept where like the guy's getting ready to leave Earth to do something in space, and so they're creating an AI of him, like an exact replica for him to stay at home with his wife, and things get muddled there where you don't know exactly who's real, which one's the real guy and which one's not.
Oh,
That's what Foe was kind of about.
okay.
That's a good idea. Which one would you pick though? Would you be the guy that stays home or the one that goes to space?
Well, the guy that stays home is a fucking robot. He's supposed
Well,
to
I
be
know.
a robot.
Well, I know, but which one would you pick though? If you're like,
Let's
okay,
stay at
I have an
home. Are you
AI.
fucking kidding me? I have no interest in space.
I like space. Space is kind of cool.
If it
You
was
know,
if it was like Surrogates with Bruce Willis, where you get in the pod and you can control your fucking avatar, then yeah, I'd stay at home and just take my fucking android up to space.
Well, that's
Check it out
what
there.
the
what if it wasn't like that though? And you had no control.
Ugh. Then have fun. I'm not going. Have fun.
Well, see,
I've seen too much shit happen. Nope.
well,
I've
see,
seen too
that's
many
kind of the
movies.
premise of the Black Mirror episode, where you can like get it in a little pod in space, and you can like go back home and live through the lens of the avatar or the AI, whatever you want to call it, at home. But other people can go in there and do the same thing. That's kind of the premise of the Black Mirror episode.
It's a great
Remember,
episode.
Brad?
That was a great episode.
Great,
That was.
great, man.
I've only seen probably maybe 5 episodes. That was probably the best one though that I saw.
Oh
That
yeah.
was-
And Josh Hartnett's having a little bit of a renaissance here, which I'm totally here for.
yeah, I haven't seen Trap yet. I've heard nothing but horrible things, but I hope that maybe
Yeah.
at some
Heard a
point
little
that
bit of mixed reviews on that, but he was great in that episode of Black Mirror, and he was great in Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer, he was great in for sure. All right, let's go. Let's do this. Okay, we've been going for 2 hours. Let's go for 10 more minutes. Let's call it 10 minutes.
Okay.
And kind of go from there. Been a fun time tonight. I know people. It's Thursday. People got to work tomorrow and stuff like that. They got to go brush their teeth and all that. That stuff takes time. It takes a lot of time to do that. I don't really
Hit
have
us with the
anything-
hard hitting questions. That's what I want.
Yeah.
Amber poops Exorcist.
What?
What?
That's what Rosie
Amber
said. I
poops
didn't say it. That's her words, not mine. I'm going to say that. I don't know.
I think she was trying to make a joke on the
Amber.
Pope's Exorcist.
Oh.
Yeah, but with Amber
Maybe?
Heard,
Amber
maybe.
Heard taking a shit.
Oh, okay, yeah. Amber Turd, of course. Can't forget.
Let's see what else we got
That's
here.
my shit.
Let's see. We got somebody who said this.
Is that what she said in court, Chad? That's
Yeah,
my
that's-
shit.
Yeah, like that fucking what was that song? That's my shit. Gwen Stefani. That's my shit.
yeah.
That's my shit.
I thought
Is
there
this
for a
your
second you were talking about Spring Breakers. Look at all my shit.
Oh fuck.
I got
Oh,
clothes,
God.
shirts, every different color. Have you seen Spring Breakers?
Yes.
With James Franco, yeah.
Fuck Franco. Franco can get fucked. Holy shit. But Pineapple Express is still a fucking classic
Oh yeah.
because I can separate the art from the artist and fuck him. And Danny Masterson. Fuck.
Oh yeah. He went to prison, right?
Yeah, he's
Or-
fucking. He's like not that far from me. He's like half an hour north of me. They moved him around like fucking 5 times already.
Where's he at? Vacaville?
Slow County, I thought. San Luis.
I just made that up. Vacaville, I think, is where Ed Kemper is.
we have something like that around here.
Like Ed Kemper?
It's fuck. I can't remember. But yeah, Masterson's not that far from me. He's like half an hour north of me. So,
Hey man.
and he lived like 20 minutes south of me, so he's really not that far from where
At
he lived.
all.
Yeah,
You could have killed him probably and got away with it.
probably. He used to come up here. He used to come up here all the time because where he's at, it's like a very, very small little town, so they don't have a whole lot. So they come up here for civilization.
Yeah.
But yeah, I walked into Home Depot like literally minutes after he must have left or something because everyone was freaking out. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And everyone was talking about it was Danny Masterson. I'm like, oh yeah? He's like, yeah, apparently he comes up here a whole lot. I'm like, oh, that's cool. No one fucking stabbed him or anything? Like, what the fuck? Like, come on. Fuck that guy.
I have a reverse story of that. This past weekend, I was in Brooklyn, and apparently Ethan Hawke lives in the same neighborhood that my cousin lives in Brooklyn, and I
Oh,
guess
shit.
is like a regular at the same bar that that she goes to, that she's a regular at, and we went in there and we're talking to this bartender that she knows, the guy who gave us the free shots, and he was like, "Oh yeah, you guys just missed Ethan Hawke. He was here like 2 or 3 hours ago," and I was like, "God damn it!"
You guys remember Mark Brunell, the quarterback of the Jags way back in the day? Left-handed. I think he finished his career with the Redskins.
Was
I
he
remember
right before
Jason
Gabbard?
Campbell.
Oh no, this must have been a while back.
Oh yeah, this was a while back.
This is a
Yeah, he
long
was
time
from
ago.
here.
This is a long time ago.
Yeah,
What are we talking about, man? This has got to be the 70s or something.
John Madden.
It literally was.
At college here, so he used to be here. Kathy Bates lived here for a while.
Love Kathy Bates, man.
Also, the other day, because I work at my uncle's pizza place, and fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger's stuntman came in.
Oh, nice.
So
What's his name?
I
What's his name?
forgot his name, but I know he's in a shit ton of movies. He's in like do you guys remember the first Universal Soldier
Yeah.
Yes.
with Jean-Claude? Remember when he's just eating and he keeps ordering food? They keep bringing food and he's got no money to pay for it. And so
Yeah.
the cook comes from behind the bar and he kicks his ass. Well, his stunt double was one of the guy. He was the guy that he threw through the window. So if you ever go back and look up that scene, and that's him. He's in a shit. You'll recognize him from a shit ton of movies. He's in a lot of shit.
Is it?
As
Is
just
it?
a background guy, but I forgot his name. Fuck, forgot his name. But I'll get it.
Is it Peter?
I think so. Yeah, Peter.
Peter
Yeah,
Kent, maybe?
Yes. Yeah, I think that's him because he's friends with the manager who's there.
Yes, definitely Peter Kent. You type his name in, and he immediately pops up with him and a photo of Arnie.
Okay. Yeah.
they
he was
they look very similar. Yeah.
Yeah, he was saying how he worked. He was just working on what was that one? Westworld
Yeah.
or something. He was doing some stunts on that, and then he was doing some stunts on Yellowstone. Most recently, that he was doing some stunts for Kevin Costner on Yellowstone. But he's an everyday dude. He just, he has his own. I think it's a plumbing or landscaping business. I can't remember, but. Yeah, he just does stunts. I mean, he's a lot older now, but yeah, he would just, go back and forth.
Looking
So I
at
got
this
to talk
picture
shop with him a
of
little
Peter
bit.
Yeah, me
Kent
too, man.
and
He looks like a
and-
super buff Jeffrey Donovan.
Yeah, you put him with John. You put him with,
Yeah.
put him with John Connor on this motorcycle in front of the flames. It's like, dude, this guy, John Connor don't even look like himself. This is a creepy picture, man. Yeah, you're right. This is
What picture is it?
it's
Is
the one of
is
him.
he in Terminator shit or no?
Yeah, Terminator 2. He's driving. It looks like he's driving John Connor in front of the flames in the drain there. Looks like fucking. I keep thinking this is what's his name? The guy that was Freddy Krueger there in the Rob Zombie movie. What's his name from? God dang, it's blanking me. What's that movie called? No, fuck it, I can't remember. But
Well, what happens in it?
We were
again?
so close.
you know what I'm talking about, though.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. No, you have to be more specific.
All right. Let me get his name. Hold on. If you're really asking for it, what's his fucking name, dude? DJ Qualls. He looks like DJ Qualls right here. In
Oh,
this
DJ Qualls.
yeah.
Oh, you're talking about that thing that came out was like a
The new guy?
Yeah, the new guy. That's the one I was thinking of. Yeah, the
New
new guy.
guy?
Yeah, I was thinking of nice guys, but that was because we talked. About
You're thinking about fucking Road Trip. I boinked her. You
Oh
boinked her?
yeah.
Yeah, DJ Qualls as Freddy Krueger. That shit is. I remember when I sent that to you.
Oh, that could. Oh,
You did.
wow.
That's why I thought you would know what I was talking about, but you had no clue. So it's all good.
I mean, it wouldn't be the worst.
Yeah,
Like, Earl Haley would be the worst. But is that true?
the show is
that
just
I
called
heard-
Fred.
I heard something that Robert Englund might be up to playing Freddy again. He had to
He's
change
up
your heart
for it,
apparently. Is that
but
true?
I don't know if we're up for it.
I mean, if we can, well,
He's like 77, dude. I think it's like seeing like Trump out there trying to fucking play.
yeah, but Freddie doesn't have to be uber physical though. Like
True.
if they did it right, they can make it work. I mean, with the right amount of stunt work and cuts and shit, they can make it work. I mean, fuck, if they brought Michael Keaton back for Beetlejuice, it's kind of the same thing. Not as violent.
How old
but,
is Michael Keaton though? Michael Keaton's like what? He might be 70.
No, he's not 70. There's no
He's
fucking
close.
way.
He's close.
Michael
He's
Keaton?
close.
Hold
He's
on,
close.
Michael Keaton. I want to say he's at least
60. He's 72. Fuck me. He looks
He's
fucking good for
72?
72. He looks good for 72.
He looks like he's
I'll-
50. He
I'll
looks
throw
50.
this out there. There's a flick on Max right now that Michael Keaton directed. He stars in. It's called Knox Goes Away.
goes miss it. Yeah, goes. Yeah, okay.
Is
that good?
It's good. I mean, it's not like one of those. It's not a great movie, I would say, but it's good. Like I really enjoyed it.
He was solid in American Assassin or whatever it was called, and some of the other ones he was in. But he's got bit part. He was pretty solid in RoboCop, even though the rest of the RoboCop sucked.
I'll tell you,
The remake? Yeah. He was good in that.
the biggest fucking heartbreak, man, was whenever he really hadn't done like any Hollywood shit in such a long time.
Mhm.
And he got cast in Birdman. You remember this? I don't know if you guys saw Birdman or whatever. It was like the
I remember
first
the
movie
awards
that-
it got.
Yeah, well, it's a great movie, and it takes place. I mean, it's not it's a drama through and through, but almost the entire movie outside of like the last 10 minutes is all one take, and it just goes like the camera just floats through and through this theater where he's like preparing to go on stage, and like his daughter shows up, who's played by Emma Stone. And he's just trying to like get himself together to go for this performance for the night, and it's a phenomenal movie. But he won all these awards, and it gets to the Oscars, and he got fucking beat out by Eddie Redmayne in what was that one where he played the trans chick? I
know which one you're talking about.
And I remember he stood up and he stands up and he claps, but then you could tell like he picks up his like acceptance speech and like puts it in his pocket. That's so heartbreaking, man. He deserved it 100%. It was great.
Yeah, somebody said Raymond said he got screwed over at the Oscars for Birdman. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah. The Danish girl is what Eddie Redmayne won it for. Yeah. The Danish girl.
Danish girl. Okay.
Yeah. I was going to say The Theory of Everything where he played Hawking, but that he didn't win it for that one.
That's what I thought, but the Danish girl. Okay.
But yeah, that was heartbreaking. Love Keaton though, man. He's great. Knox Goes Away, worth a watch for anyone.
Keaton's still my Batman. Like, I'm sorry. I mean, Ben Affleck's not bad. Robert Pattinson did a hell of a lot better than I thought. He's actually up there. He could be top 2, maybe.
Yeah, I thought he did a great job.
Depending. I thought he was great, but Keaton will always be my Batman. I mean, fuck.
Well, I'll say, I don't know if anyone saw this or not, but he did a commencement speech at a college.
Oh yeah.
Did you see that? Yeah. And
Yeah,
he was like, and if there's anything at all that I can leave you with, it's these 3 words. And he like folds his speech up and he's like, I'm Batman.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
I liked. I know this is probably going to be obscure. I wonder if anyone's heard of it, but what's it called? The one he did with Andy Garcia in the hospital. He's a convict. Extreme Measures or something like that. Or
yes, I remember that. Like mid-90s.
That was a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, that was great. I remember that one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
He killed in the 90s. Man. Multiplicity was another great one that he did.
Yeah. Gung Ho. Mr. Mom was 80s. Gung Ho was that early 90s or 80s? Either way, he had so many fucking great movies.
Oh, The Founder he was in, in 2016. That was good as well.
McDonald's,
good.
yeah.
The
The
McDonald's,
McDonald's. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
a good movie.
That was a lot better
You know,
than I thought it was gonna be.
Jackie
Oh,
Brown.
he played the fucking captain
Jackie
and the
Brown.
other guys.
The other guys.
Don't go chasing waterfalls on this one, guys. Come on, Captain. I know these are TLC references.
What's going
Aim
on?
for the bushes.
2 men are dead, and you 2 are fighting.
Desperate
Yes,
Measures is what that one was called.
Desperate. Okay, Extreme Measures
Yeah.
was the other one then, because I always mix that up. Extreme Measures is Gene Hackman and that other guy.
I don't remember who's in that, but I remember the poster for that's in all red, right? Extreme Measures.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
I was thinking of that. I was like, I know that. I've seen that before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's a good one too, because that's 2. I think they're surgeons or something. I can't remember. They're doctors, and they go head to head over. So I can't remember exactly, but fuck, it's been so long. But yeah, that's a good one too.
Yeah, he fucking kills it, man.
Yeah.
We got. I almost said Titans. Jesus Christ. Keaton Love in the chat.
And everybody loves Michael Keaton. Nobody likes Gene Hackman. That's what I found over the years. Is you know,
I love
maybe
Gene Hackman.
you're the first.
Yeah, old school.
You love to hate him in his movies
Because he's always the bad guy. He's always a bad guy.
I mean, Quick and the Dead, Runaway Jury.
What's that one with Clint Eastwood? Unforgiven.
Unforgiven.
Yeah.
Fucking Crimson Tide. With
Oh,
Denzel. Remember Crimson
Yeah.
Tide? There's so many
remember that,
people. Vigo's in that movie. Steve Zahn is in that movie.
But the Hoosiers, though, the Hoosiers.
Hoosiers, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, what about fuck the Replacements?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Hey, man, Jimmy McGinty.
Yeah, he comes in there. He freaking takes
Jane
that team to the
Falco,
fucking
baby.
bowl, man.
That's a
Yeah.
great movie. Give me the ball.
Yeah.
I'll get you the ball. You'll give me the ball. I'll get you the ball.
Yeah,
It's like quicksand,
great.
man. It's like
Yeah.
because
quicksand.
I know a good Christian boy like you would never do something like that.
It's a great movie.
It's a
He's
fucking
wiry. No.
Yeah,
He's
wiry.
wiry.
He's
We're wire, however the hell you say it.
ole, 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 ole.
Fucking great movie.
Yeah, dude, that's fucking epic.
And it's really sad because, like you said, people don't like Gene Hackman, but he's such a great actor. If people do deep dives, the original Italian Job, or no, French Connection.
Yeah,
French Connection. Or did he do both? Either way. And his last fucking movie. Do you remember what his last movie was?
Can I take a stab?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Welcome to Mooseport with.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I
He
actually,
leaves us on that.
funny fucking story. I saw that with him and Ray Romano. I saw that in theaters just on a whim one weekend. We were like, "There's nothing on. We'll just go see whatever." Because that's the only thing I had seen trailers for at the time. Yeah, Welcome to fucking Mooseport. I remember that. Yeah, what a
That's what he left his legacy on. That's what his last fucking movie was. Welcome to Moose. I mean, hey, more power to him. He wanted to get out, so whatever. But you leave us.
wasn't he? Was he in the Conversation? Was that was that him? Because I had to watch that in film school. I want to say he was in the Conversation. Oh God.
I think so.
Yeah,
Sounds
okay.
familiar.
That was him. Yeah, 1974. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, him and Harrison Ford. Yeah. That's actually a good one. He's not necessarily a bad guy in that one.
Yeah, no. He was pretty good in that one. Yeah, he's pretty good.
The Quick and the Dead.
Classic.
I don't know about that.
That's an underrated fucking movie.
Oh, The Birdcage, dude. Him and Robin Williams. What are we talking about? That was a great flick.
The Birdcage.
Get Shorty.
Get Shorty, the Royal Tenenbaums.
Oh yeah,
The Royal Tenenbaums.
yeah. That's what got Wes Anderson really on the map, right? Or was he?
he was around, but I think that was his
That's the one where people started to take notice.
yeah. Fuck. Royal Tenenbaums.
Yeah. Well, classic shit, man. Classic shit. Here's what I say though. I say we've been going 2 hours and 20 minutes, which is 10 minutes later. I think probably time to skedaddle. I think so. I think people are ready to go to bed. I don't want to keep people up. I know it's Thursday. They got to work tomorrow. It's all good. We had a good time tonight for the hangout show. Chad hung out with us. The ceiling fan
Hell
is
yeah.
up there. I just it was a lot of fun, man. Brett wasn't here. It was very sad, but he continues to enjoy his vacation. And
Brett wasn't here?
Well, did you know?
Hey, man, Daddy's out.
Brett. I'm kidding, Brett. I'm kidding.
No, yeah. When Brett's gone, it's always sad. It's always sad. But we had a fun time hanging out with the people tonight. I hope we did a decent job getting to your questions. I really desperately hope I don't go back tomorrow and watch this and I see that I missed like 1,000 questions. I feel like we did a decent job. Had a good time. Next week we're gonna get back to Nightmare on Elm Street. We're gonna be watching the Wes Craven's New Nightmare next week, which I'm excited for because again, like I said at the beginning of the show, I love it. Tomorrow, I want you all to check out the new episode, the first episode of Beers with the Bros.
Yes, please.
Again, if you haven't subscribed, it's in the description. Go over there, jump over there. We're quarter to 100 already, but we'd like to get to maybe 30. That'd be cool to get to 30 subscribers before we even start an episode. That'd be really cool.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
Rome wasn't built in a day.
That's right. I thought the first episode was a lot of fun. I know Chris had a good time. Chad, I'm sure is really excited to check it out because he's always excited. He's a pumped up guy,
Hell
he's a really
yeah.
pumped up guy. He's kind of like the opposite of Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis was a neat guy, and I think that Chad was a pumped up guy.
Thank you.
So go check that out tomorrow. I think we're gonna have a good time with it, and let us know what you think. And next week we'll be back on Friday, the Nightmare on Elm Street. So you guys have anything else to say before we head out?
It's been fun, man.
Who you guys got on the new or Wes Craven's New Nightmare watch along?
Honestly, I am going to have to look at the roster. We have a note page, but I can't remember off the top of my head.
Okay.
Who I want to say it's Mia. I want to say it's Mia.
Right. Okay, that's right.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure it's Mia.
Yeah.
I don't have it right in front of me, but I'm pretty sure that's accurate. Brett set that up a while ago.
I think so. Yeah.
What do you think? Chad? You want to crash it?
No, you guys doing FVJ?
No, we're not doing FVJ, but we are doing the remake here in 2 weeks.
Who's on that? Because I will gladly tear that apart with Birdie in person.
I would love to make that happen because Brett, this weird guy Brett keeps saying the movie's great, and I keep saying, "Whoa, what a hole!"
It's ass shit. It's ass shit. It's shit ass.
I'll check.
Dog shit from a horse's ass.
Let me look at the records, and I'll see who it is, and we can see what could happen.
I would love to tear that fucking movie apart. God damn. Oh God.
I don't love it, man, but I don't think it's as bad as people say that it is.
It's dog
It's
shit.
pretty bad.
It's dog shit.
Listen, it's not great. I just don't think it's like that bad.
It's pretty bad.
It's worse than The Average Bear, and where that came from, I don't know.
Name a worse remake. You can't.
A worse remake?
Yeah, it's awful. You can't.
Other than Poltergeist.
Other than Rob Zombie's Halloween.
That's a good movie.
See,
That's a good movie.
I will stay on that hill. The Thing, maybe?
That's the sequel.
Wait,
what?
what?
Fuck off. It's somewhat of a remake. Yeah, I didn't like that.
Prequel. Is it a sequel or prequel? I can't remember.
It's a prequel, I think, is what it's meant to be. But
The 2011?
Yeah.
Yeah,
With,
that's a
Mary-
prequel.
Who was in it? Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. Who
That's
was
a
the
prequel.
male lead in that?
Joel Edgerton?
Kinnaman? Edgerton was in that?
Yeah, the guy.
What the fuck?
the guy from and the guy who played Lloyd in Dumb and Dumber when
Chris
Harry met Lloyd.
Jim. Oh,
guy.
I was about to say Jim Carrey.
Oh yeah,
No, no.
Eric Christensen or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Okay. We talked about
Yeah, Eric Christian Olsen. I'm sorry.
There you go,
Damn.
Olsen. Yeah,
let's get the fook out of here.
No,
Let's get the fook out of here. I don't know where the outro is. Here it is. Okay. Hey, we appreciate everybody hanging out tonight. Reach out to us if you have any other questions or anything. Again, Beers with the Bros tomorrow.
Here's the bros, please.
And we're looking forward to kicking Chad's shit.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking forward to kicking Chad's ass this year in fantasy football. really looking forward to
We're
it.
looking forward to kicking Chess Shed.
We're looking at Cheshire Garden. Kesha. Peace out.
Get us out of here, dude.
No!